Chad's with deep, going deep. Chad and JT.
Ooh, drop it like it's hot. What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Guys, before we begin, I want to remind you that once again, we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dong pieces look fresh and clean. And yeah, you know, think about the Outkast song, so fresh, so clean, when you see a nice hog with fresh pubes that are nicely trimmed. Trimming is good. You know, trimming helps the grass grow. Trimming is what Tim Allen does in Home Improvement, except I want you guys to do home improvement on your genital region. Not to get too graphic. Use code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. Matty, do you manscape?
Dude, the bush is trimmed.
Nice.
Yeah?
Edged up.
What look do you go for?
Kind of like your beard.
Oh, like a 5 o'clock shadow?
Like a couple days later.
Ooh,
It's worked through Wednesday.
Something
It's
that
actually
says-
funny you said that because last week my beef of the week was a lady at a pizza place who kept calling me pube face.
Oh, that lady.
Oh, I was there. That was
Needs to watch her
unchill.
goddamn
Was that
mouth.
there?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
there.
that was unchill.
You handled it really well.
Dude, honestly, I feel like I should have stepped in and could have done more. And like, dude, we thought it was gonna be fun, and then this lady just was like, not chill.
Pube face?
Well,
Call me pube face.
maybe she meant
That's a modern thing.
Maybe she meant as like a compliment, not knowing that, you know, she was trying to say, oh, you manscape. Your manscaping on your face looks so good. It looks as good as your pubes might look.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Fire call.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like pube face in the 90s was like bushy, but you can tell her insults getting
Yeah, I
more
was
modern.
like,
Yeah,
what guy
right?
are you
Yeah.
sleeping with who's got a nice pubic
Yeah,
region?
nice
Yeah.
pube
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
well manicured, a little salt and pepper in
Nice
there. You know what
scruffy
you're
pubes.
doing.
Yeah. Dude, you got a pube face. Good for you.
Yeah.
Remember the last time you shaved with a razor down there and it was just like too smooth?
Yeah.
Do people do that anymore?
I think it's
Swimmers.
usually like
Swimmers.
it's like the first move. They're like, oh, I got to trim my pubes.
Oh,
All right, I'm
dude.
gonna take the Mach 3 to
Bro.
it, and then they're like, oh, damn, dude.
Like, that's
I got-
too smooth.
It looks
the
good on
burn.
some people, but for me, I need a little hair down
Bro,
there.
that freaked me out when I saw that.
Because I'm too
Yeah.
hairy elsewhere. If I just had like a clean patch down there, it would stick out too much.
What do you
Totally.
What do you think the parameters are for having a good-looking bald dong?
I think there's variance. I mean, you don't want it to be unruly. That's like the one hard and fast rule, but that's not even hard and fast. And you just want it to be like, but if you're a hairy guy, I'd keep it a little hairier. If you're a guy
Yeah, it's a
without much
case by
hair,
case.
you keep it a little less hairy.
And I think
then
it's-
also what makes you feel good.
Exactly. I mean, feel good, and you know, it's your body, it's your vessel. You know, make you treat it as you will. Practice self-love, but also think of your lover. You know what I mean? And
Nice.
There are nice, you know, when you get
80-20.
to do a little bit of blah blah blah, blah, or you know, a lady goes and enjoys, because there is. I feel like there's the like if you've recently shaved back before the days of Manscaped, there's like, and it's just like your beard too, like. There's that prick, you know, like that little prickle that's like really
Yeah.
sharp and
Yeah,
jagged.
dude.
Like it's
No.
not nice.
No.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you're never in that zone. So you either go like full, like straight up Mr. Clean's dome, bald, or with a little something on there.
It's like police spikes when they're trying to pop a tire on a bank robber.
That's soft.
Dude, yes.
That's
Yes.
soft. It's rough
Yeah.
but soft.
Yeah.
The day after the the razor, it's sharp.
yeah, exactly. It's sharp.
It'll bite you.
Yeah.
I like your point though about self-love. You know, it's got to be whatever aesthetic you're going for. You got to do something you're comfortable with, that that makes you confident, where you can walk around. You know, like you just got a fresh pair of Steve Maddens and you're just cruising the city and you're like, I know in my dome that my dongle region looks legit.
Great football coach.
Dude.
For sure.
Because sometimes you go out and I'm like, yeah, it's not looking good down there. And it almost keeps me from approaching women. Because I'm like, I don't want to show that off. It's kind
Right.
of aggressive.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good
My
point.
ball hair gets long, but that's another
Sometimes you
story.
could use it as a just self-deterrent and be like, dude, I'm gonna make sure my pubes aren't manscaped tonight, because I'm not gonna go out the intent of closing. I'm gonna go out the intent of a good conversation.
Okay.
Get some phone numbers and hang back. Take the pressure off yourself
Right.
by being like, I wouldn't want anyone down here, even myself. So maybe just a little tactic, a little tool you can use. You know.
Wow,
sure.
dude. I'm fired up on this dong talk. I just want I'm here with my compadres on Thomas. We got
Boom
Strider.
clap.
What
We're
up?
here with our dog, Matty Chymbor. What up,
How you
dude?
doing? What camera we
Stoked.
look at? Thanks for having me.
Coming in
Matty, how you
hot with
doing?
some fresh
Temp
cute
visa in
takes.
Stoke Nash. Thanks for having me. It's a work visa.
How was work today?
It's just a classic Monday, dude. You know.
What
you try
project are you guys working on
right now? Went and visited with the people at Writers Guild. You ever go to Writers Guild? I think we talked about this before.
Yeah,
I've never
swung by.
been there.
It's on Fairfax.
Yeah, it's
a
that big
good-looking
brown-
building.
I know.
Nice.
Thanks to Papa over here. Met with that guy. We're gonna redo the front. There's no NDA, so I can talk about this.
Nice.
Nice.
Get new steps. What else? You just gotta just line things up. I set up some meetings for Tuesday.
Dude, maybe you guys should put like a ramp in there instead of steps, because writers are always lost in their thoughts. Like maybe like, you know, scribbling some phrases while they cruise in there.
we're putting ramp.
And just put a nice little ramp.
dude,
so they
I
don't-
got you.
You know.
Are you guys gonna keep, because they have quotes from like movies, like famous lines, like "I'm mad as hell" from like Network. It's all over like the walls on the bottom
On the inside?
floor. Yeah.
Oh, that on the it's like blue.
Yeah.
That's going away.
That's going away. What's it gonna get replaced with?
Just clean look.
So we're doing away with the quotes.
No quotes. I think they're probably gonna focus on that on the inside. But,
Copy that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on the outside right now.
Yeah, it's like a graphic on the glass.
And you're an East Coast guy.
Yeah, Connecticut, baby.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
dude.
Connecticut. Make some noise.
What do you think?
Whereabouts?
What do you think? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, where are you from in Connecticut?
It's called Meriden. It's like 20 minutes north of New Haven. It's just a simple city.
Would you go to
Nice.
Yale a lot?
I worked right next to Yale, architecture firm.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I would frequent that campus, dropping stuff off. New Haven's a rough. It's like weird because it's a very nice area, and then there's parts that get pretty rough. But
Yeah, I
pizza in
noticed
New
that when I
Haven's
was there.
Pizza in New Haven is the best in the country. And if
Whoa.
anyone has beef with that, come at me because I will defend it.
Yeah, if they got
Nice.
beef, it's not pepperoni.
I imagine
Hey,
it's
too hot. The pizza's too hot. It's too thin. It's like paper.
I'm not going to New Haven for pizza.
Chicago.
I'm sticking with deep dish, dumbass. Dude, Yale looks like Hogwarts.
Dude, Yale is Hogwarts.
It looks
Bunch
like
of little
yeah.
gremlins walking around and nerds.
Did you not like the kids there?
No.
Did you meet them much?
I went to a few Yale parties.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Just bodied them and took their chicks. No, I'm
told them,
kidding.
how about
But,
them apples?
Very smart. Good school.
What do you think is the difference between Connecticut and California in terms of the dispositions,
John, I don't know that word.
like the personalities?
Oh.
Do you really not know that word?
I've heard it in passing. Well, first off, it's smarter out here.
Use more words out here.
I was talking to a friend last night about this, and I don't know. You guys think you do? We ball bust back home. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about this. You guys are so like very emotional people out here, where like your friends, like you see in movies, like, "Hey, good job today, buddy." You're like, "Thanks, man." Like no one in Connecticut ever says that to their friend. Like if my friend were all in a room drinking and they go, "You know what? I'm proud of everyone in here," I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing right now?"
Yeah.
It is insult until you can't take it and just deal with it. We have a rough, bushy.
I think we started that way. We had that when we were youngsters, and
Yeah.
then maybe it just broke us all too much.
Out here, my first like year in California, people were just like, "This kid's an asshole." Like because
Yeah.
you ball bust, and I'm like, "Oh, I like this kid," and then not to name names, so an employee at a comedy club, I was like, whatever, you fucking whatever. I said some stupid shit, but I genuinely liked the kid. And then one day the owner was like, pulled me aside. He goes, "Yeah, we got a complaint that you're harassing one of our employees." And I was like, "What?" I go, "Who? I like everybody here." And then come to find out, he just misunderstood the ball bust.
I had that in high school.
Yeah.
I got suspended for like bullying, and they were like, "You're suspended for bullying this
I
kid."
like everyone.
I was like, "What? Nick? Nick's a great guy." I was like, "Nick and I are buddies."
It's like, well,
And
Nick
they were
thinks
like-
otherwise.
They were like, "Nick wants to leave the school because of you." Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, I had that. I was crushed. This girl and I, we were like courting each other in high school, and she was from New
Right.
Jersey, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm from California." She's like, "Oh, are you from California? Are you from California, idiot?" I was like, "What are you doing?"
Dude, she likes you.
Yeah, she liked me. I was like, "Why do you keep talking to me like this?" She's like, "I like you, idiot." I was like, "What?"
She's like, "I like you, dumbass."
Yeah.
You can't
You
take
little
it.
dick dummy.
Yeah,
you're
Show
like-
me that little
You're like,
dick.
I don't hear it in your
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, you want to go grab drinks, pencil dick?" I'm like, what?"
When that
At your
girl,
wedding, she's like, "I can't live without you, you stupid piece of shit."
Yeah, dude, that'd actually be a good.
Through sickness and in health, and this idiot's always sick. Moron.
Yeah, you're
Wash
always
your
sick
hands.
because you don't know wear shoes when you go outside. What a moron!
when
Oh,
those
you-
when
oh, you
those
want-
girls dump you, they sit you down and go, "You're really nice, and I think you're sweet." And then see, it's the opposite.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude.
It's actually, I dated a girl who was kind of like real ball busty, and then there would be moments where she'd be like, "Hey, I want you to know something. Like, I really like spending time with you." And I'd be like, "What the hell's going on here?"
It's
like I
weird.
wasn't ready for
It's
it. I was
weird.
like, because she would always be mean to me, and then so when she would be nice, I'd be like, "Are you okay?"
What is this right
I was like,
now?
are you really drunk or something?
That's like dad love, dude. She's like giving you dad love, where like she's never, nothing's ever good enough. You don't do it quite
That's
right.
good.
Like a day late, buck short always. And then when your dad's actually proud of you and like says good job, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you dying?
Yeah,
Are you sick?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You panic.
Shut up, Dad. Shut up.
You tell that to the girl. You're like, shut up, Dad. She's like, what? You're like, sorry.
Do you miss the ball busting, or are you kind of like walking
I think
around
I found a group, you know, I think we all give it to each other, and you know, it's not like what it is. I do miss it. But it's weird because I think I'm getting soft out here because sometimes I
That's
go
what I was
home
gonna ask,
and I
yeah.
find
I
myself.
think you're definitely getting soft.
Yeah, dude, you're so soft.
I would pick on you, but you're so soft that you feel bad doing
I'm
it.
scared you'll leave the podcast.
Dude, the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is we do all grill each other, dude. We just don't do it to you, dude.
Yeah,
'Cause
we keep you
Yeah.
out of it because we don't want to bust you too hard.
You see me crying in my car after this. It was a setup.
You grab me, you're like, call me a name.
Yeah.
Call me a name.
Call
right
me a dick.
yeah.
You are soft, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
My boys. All right.
Yeah.
No, I feel like when I say getting soft, like, you know, I was at 100% when I came out here. When I go home, maybe I'm at like 97. But that
Right.
3%, sometimes I'm like, hey guys, tone it down.
Yeah, I was at 110%. Now I'm just at 100%.
You guys
Can
are
you chill the
Olympic athletes of grilling each other, dude. That
Oh, dude.
that decimal percentage of a second, dude, it's a difference between a gold medal and a 7th place.
If you pull back, they smell it on you and they attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like do. That's like my friends. I know 5 things that will piss all of them off to the point of almost punching me in the face.
Right.
And you say all those, but not. You don't get to that point, and then you guys all realize you humble each other, and then you go drink and fuck around.
Yeah, I made fun of one of my friends one time for like his aunt being dead or something.
Wait, what?
Like that wasn't the all of the joke. The joke was that like he loved to play guitar and he would play these really long solos. And I was like, you play the solo for like your aunt Maud's like.
Oh, his aunt. I thought
Yeah.
you meant like the bug.
No,
We
no, I
call
meant
him
his aunt. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I was like his aunt.
And the joke wasn't really about that, but that was like a component
Right.
of like a more elaborate joke. And then he was like, he got really sad, and I was like, wow, I've gone way too far. Because then after that, you have to be like, what, dude?
What are you, sad?
Are
She's
you
dead?
sad? I made
Yeah,
fun
double
of your
down.
dead relative.
This bitch.
You hear yourself defending your thinking. You're like, oh, this is like not a good angle.
Dude, I see that in the roast sometimes. People who are going to do roasts
Oh,
at the
Jesus
comedy store, they're
Christ.
like,
Some of those
they're
are
like-
rough.
They're like, all right, what's some dirt I can get? Oh, his brother killed himself? Oh, that's good stuff. I'm going to totally zone in on that. You're
Yeah.
like,
You're like,
Yeah, nah,
dude,
dude.
I don't think that's roasting, dude.
Yeah.
There's no punchlines. This happened on this date. You're like, dude, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. 1997. Your brother
Heard the
offed
funeral.
himself.
Heard the
Your
funeral sucked.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it was actually beautiful. Yeah,
like-
whatever, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Eddie had trouble walking into the club because he wears glasses, and the guy's like, your brother killed himself, and he's like,
Oh, we're doing this? Okay.
We just got back from New York too, and we were like dealing with like East Coast energy, but it was great. I loved it. After a couple days, I was
It's
like, man,
aw-
I
dude,
want to live
it's
out
awesome.
here.
I do love it,
Right.
yeah.
Everyone, but like we got into a cab right when we got there, and I was like, I asked the cab driver, I was like, what's up? How's your day going? He just looked at me and was like, nah.
But that, like, going back to the ball
Yeah.
busting, it's like, I guess it's not all insults, but you know if they like you right away.
Right.
Right.
Within the insults, you can tell, like, oh, this person, you're meeting who they are 100%. You know, like, yeah, they're, you know, might be a little edgy, but within seconds, you're like, oh, this is my boy. And there is a flip side to that where they're very hospitable and all this stuff. Out here, it's the niceness that lures you in, and then you realize they're not hospitable. So it's like a trick. You're like,
Right.
what the fuck is going on right now? Where you're like, hey, it's my, and then you're like, dude, I met some great friends out here. And then it comes down where they have to really be friends, and you're like, oh, you're kind of like a piece
Yeah,
of
so
shit.
like outwardly cruel, but
Inwardly awesome. Like,
yeah.
yeah. And then it's the opposite. Well, I guess there's no cruel. The cruelness is, it's the opposite.
Yeah, is the
Right.
iciness when you need them. Yeah.
Hey.
My friend
And then
Melissa
like,
was saying in
fuck you.
Texas, like a lot of the moms
Right.
are like that. Where they're like, oh my God, you're
Pageant
so
moms.
beautiful. You're so wonderful.
Yep.
And then they're like, but actually you can never come to an event at our house or anything.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
I like receiving the busting. I can't dish it out, though. It just doesn't, it just sounds disingenuous. Or just like, I guess I'm not hard enough for it.
Oh,
I'll
you
be
gave
like,
it to me pretty good earlier. I felt.
Yeah, I do.
I felt the push.
That's because I was playing a character. I was a piece of shit. But
Just roast as Joe, and that sounds
yeah.
good.
But like my brother would come home and be like, dude, can you beat the shit out of me? Yeah, I got some issues.
Treat me
I'm
like a
dealing with
punching
something.
bag
Well, it's
of
love.
words.
It's attention.
Yeah, I love that kind of love.
Yeah, it's everyone, they're giving it to you.
It's good, dude. It's healthy.
we read an article about a Dion Waiters taking an edible and then having a panic attack on the Miami Heat plane. He's been suspended for 10 games for it.
He should have to eat another one as a punishment.
That is a good punishment.
I like that, dude. I like
You're
that.
so dumb and heard the same story throughout the country for the last 5 years and you still ate it. Guess what? Eat another one.
But I think he's unhappy with his role. And like,
he was complained. He got suspended previously because of that.
and so I think he took the edible because he's feeling down on himself and the situation with the team. So I think the coach just needs to go up to him and be like, "Hey, man, it could turn around. You could get more minutes."
They should have cut him mid panic attack.
Oh man.
Guess what?
When we land, you're playing for the Trailblazers.
They're all wearing scream masks.
Yeah.
No way, dude. That's terrible. I've never taken an edible in my life, and I'm not. There's no good
dude.
track record of these things. I'm never gonna do it.
I'm not taking one because the rules for edibles are always like, here's the big bar. It's like 25 grams. It's a brownie that looks delicious, but honestly, dude, if you look at it in the wrong light, it's gonna fuck you up, dude. You're gonna fucking think
You
you're gonna
open it
die.
wrong.
Don't you open it, you smell it, dude. Honestly, take let a few crumbs fall out, dude. Let it sit here. You're gonna buy it in June, eat it in December, then you're gonna be good to go for that. I'm like,
Dude.
what the fuck is this? Like the plutonium in here, dude. I'm not going near this thing, dude.
I like how they mimic normal food serving sizes with like the portion, but then the actual serving size is like the corner. You're like, then make it the corner.
Correct.
Why are you giving me? It's like giving you a bowl of soup and they go, just smell the broth. You're like, what the fuck? Was
exactly.
I heard from my hairdresser Jess, shout out, that
Shout
you can
Nice.
like get different percentages, and like you'd be like they'll be like you'd be like, hey, I want like a lower dose, and they'll be like, all right, well this one has 12%, this one has 6%.
I can do that.
Is that a thing?
I've had, I think so. Because I'm
Sure.
Have you done
but
one?
it is hard to know how it's going to hit you because like you don't know
Yeah.
how much you ate that day, where your tolerance is at, how much
Yeah.
slept you've had. It is like a rough science. But I've had some of the best experiences in my life on edibles, but I've also had some of the worst.
That's just
And
weed
as I've
in
tried to
general.
narrow the extremes, I've just given them up.
Nah, dude. That's rough.
Last time I took an edible, my buddy George called me. He said it was the president. I thought it was the president.
Really?
He got you, baby.
He was like, "This is the president." I was like, "It was." I was laughing though. I was like, "What's up, dude?"
George.
What's up, president? You piece of shit. I was trying to bust his balls.
What's up? Yeah, you fucking
I knew
dick.
edibles were bad news when my roommate in college. Remember that video, the Malibu video, when the guy's like, I took the most excellent hit of my life and fucking bounced back, the American Gladiator guy.
Yeah,
That guy's
yeah.
a total legend. I love that guy. And it's a great video. My roommate in college took an edible and couldn't handle that video. Was like, and I kind of didn't understand what it was at the time, so I wasn't like teasing him, to be honest, like, which is mean. But I was like, dude, just watch the clip. And like, he's like, no, dude, I can't look at that clip. I'm like, haha, just watch it. And he's like, seriously, dude, put the clip away. I can't handle the clip. And so I did finally put it away. But I was like, whoa, like this is insane to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
something that I know that you like. Like I was like, dude, just watching YouTube clips like you would do in college or whatever. And then
Yeah.
Dude, I've had that.
That is.
I took an edible one time when we did a fantasy football draft, and you came up to me and you were trying to talk to me about wide receivers, and I was like, fantasy football's arbitrary. Real football's arbitrary. I was like, friendship is arbitrary. And I was like, I got to talk to you later, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't do this conversation.
Nah, dude.
I took some before Book of Mormon with my mom and my brother. We all took edibles, and I had to leave 20 minutes into the show.
No,
I had to
could
go
not
home
do
and
that.
just sleep it off. Yeah.
If I was high right now, I would be freaking out right now. I'd think I couldn't breathe, and then I would think you guys are still making fun of me from earlier.
right.
They're not even looking at me. The fuck?
Do you have friends who get stoned and they can't take the ball busting anymore? They're like, do you really mean that?
I don't think I've ever made fun of friends when they're high. I think we probably
Because
have
that's
at
kind of
some point.
sacred. You let them. You're like, oh, he's high. Let him.
That's
let
like
him be.
that's like kicking a man while he's down.
right.
They're already scared.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
throw
Yeah.
the anger their direction.
I wish they got more specific with it. They'd be like, take this edible, and it'll make South Park even funnier. And you're like, that's the kind of edible
You can
I want.
direct it at
Right.
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, all right, when I take this edible, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch South Park.
This one makes food taste 1,000 times. I feel like they all do, but
That's
it's just all.
weed's amazing for that. Yeah.
You ever do salvia? Remember salvia? That was like
I
a
never
college.
tried it.
I've done salvia.
Bro, that was like a psych. That makes weed look just like a rollerblade through a park.
Yeah.
Like salvia. Like
Was it more intense?
I remember you take one hit and the room just started spinning, and I kept saying, "I don't like this," and then my roommate's like, "Okay, buddy, like calm down." But it lasts like 10 seconds, but it feels like 10 minutes.
That's what I hear. Yeah,
And
like
it's like the
breaks your
worst.
brain for
No,
like
dude, you're smoking
a
like
minute.
it's just like brown shit.
That's like DMT too, right? It's only supposed to be like an hour, but you feel like it's been like 1,000 years.
I heard
traveling
that.
through like the nebulous.
I'll YouTube people on DMT just to see them on their couch, like, just, like
What do
doing
they
weird-
look like?
They're just like kind of their eyes shut, being all weird and shit. I just like watching that stuff. Just watching addicts, baby. Watching some troubled youth, and I'm just sitting there. It's the most privileged thing on earth.
I was watching Troy Casey's Instagram, and he's like, I did ayahuasca, and I just did breathing exercises for 4 hours straight. Apparently he's on ayahuasca, just... And I was
inhales
like,
a
"Are you all right,
bug."
dude?" And he's like, let me feel this primal nature.
Get the fuck out of here.
My
dude.
cousin Chapman got robbed when he was on ayahuasca in
Oh,
like a
that
Brazilian
sucks.
village. Yeah,
Dang.
but he said the robbers, they were robbing everybody who was on ayahuasca. He thinks that the shaman might have set it up.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus Christ.
But my cousin lived off of his laptop, and he said he appealed to the robber, and he worked as a translator for the robber to get all everybody's stuff together. And at the last beat, he told the robber, he's like, "Please don't take my laptop. It's my livelihood." And he said that the robber said like, "Hey, you've treated me well as I did my job, so I won't interfere with your job," and let him keep his laptop.
Love that code.
Dude, what a good,
Yeah, I like
what a
that,
good
dude.
understanding.
What a good rainforest thief.
Dude,
Yeah,
seriously,
exactly,
yeah.
dude. Honor among thieves.
Your loyalty is commendable.
Yeah.
I bid you adieu, and he's twirled away. You're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, he's like,
Imagine getting
"I won't take
pickpocketed
your
here.
laptop, but I will take your pants."
yeah, he's like,
Give me that.
Dudes, we also read an article about the guy who invented Labradoodles, what some would say is the cutest dog in the world. And he says it's his greatest regret and that he created a monster. I was really surprised by this.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I opened a Pandora's box and released a Frankenstein monster. And then it has the cutest picture of a Labradoodle.
I know,
you've ever
right?
seen right under it.
it's a lot
Yeah.
to say coming from a guy who watches dogs fuck all day. You're like, hey, buddy, I think there's worse things out there than your cute ass curly dog.
He sees a Labrador on the street. Oh, God. Oh, geez.
Get that beast away from me.
Yeah.
You're like, you started this, buddy. What the hell are you talking about?
What's your guys' favorite dogs?
I mean, dude, a lab is a great dog. A golden retriever, great dogs.
Great
dude.
calls.
I had a
Like,
lab
great
growing up.
Oh,
I had a lab growing up as well.
Yeah.
At a lab.
yeah, they're just amazing.
That story's creepy because, like, in the thing, if you read, he's like, he'll get like calls and be like, yeah, I got a blind lady in Georgia who needs a dog. And he's like this mixologist for animals. And he's like, all right, I got this idea I'm working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird how he like thinks so. I'm like, dude, that's psychotic. And he's like, if that's the worst one, I'm like, there was worse than that.
It's nuts.
Right, he's had other mutts that he's created.
Like,
that,
were
like,
these
that he doesn't even
dogs?
want to talk about.
He goes, those are somewhere else.
Like a dachshund and a German shepherd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
which took
like-
months to cajole into having sex.
Yeah,
with
its
each
legs
other.
weren't long enough to walk, so we kind of just push it around. But
Yeah.
it's a pretty good dog.
I love a bulldog. I mean, even though a bulldog bit my finger, so I don't love that bulldog as much. But
Fuck that bulldog.
a French bulldog, they're so freaking cute.
Bulldog puppies are. You ever see Robin Big when he got the meaty?
No.
Did you ever see that? Do you guys want?
I used to love
Bro.
Robin.
It's a
Big.
great show.
great.
Yeah.
Great dynamic. dude. Good
Anyways,
growth.
those dogs when they're puppies are like.
They split up though. That was like one of the saddest breakups in history. That like
That crushed me,
Big didn't want to do the show anymore.
dude. Fucking.
Rest in peace too.
R.I.P.
I
Dude.
know,
What
man.
happened to him?
Legend, dude.
I think just being too big.
It's too big. Too big.
Yeah. People
Robin
die from
Big.
being too big.
Yeah, bodies. the
Do people die
organs
from being
are-
too small too?
Yeah.
What's up with size, dude?
Dude, size
Dude.
matters, bro.
size does matter.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about bulldogs is they can't be birthed naturally. They have to be cut out
Whoa.
because their heads are their domes are too big,
Yeah.
and they just rip open the vagina.
Can we
Einstein
give
dogs.
dogs a
Yeah.
break? Let them like
do what
let
they
the
know.
dust settle, so they can like live their lives without like these chihuahuas. You actually have to like thrust its hips into the girl one because we've catered it too
It's
much.
crazy, dude. Dogs, I think, have like specific. I remember like reading some article at some point, dude. But like, dogs' genetics, they're able to adapt so quickly like that, where like a new breed can be created. Like it's pretty unique.
It's a
dude.
weird-
Yeah.
It's strange. Yeah, it's like one generation, they're good to go.
If you
You
hold
can't
it-
do that with
wild.
other species.
Yeah, I don't think
They
so.
don't have that adaptability.
Yeah, I think dogs are kind of unique in that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that people haven't tried that much. I mean, maybe it has with others, but I don't know. Like maybe not cats or whatever. I don't know.
They're like Play-Doh.
Didn't he say?
Yeah, genetic Play-Doh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like is a hummingbird and an eagle, are they the same in difference as like a dachshund and a like Australian shepherd?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Like,
I
where do
don't
they
know.
fall? Like,
Are they from the same
phylum?
genus,
Yeah.
phylum? Yeah.
I would say yeah,
I
but
don't
I'm
know.
curious to see. They should make like a chart from like parakeet to like falcon
Yeah.
and like,
Dude, falcons are my favorite.
Dude,
They're the
falcons-
fastest, right? 200 mph.
Imagine if a falcon. I saw a video
Damn,
where
like coming straight down at you,
I
like
think
diving for
so.
prey.
well, that thing sees you like a year away. It's like like 3 miles away, and it's just watching
Yeah.
you, and you're just like eating a hot dog in a park.
And you have to love how birds bond too, where they will consummate the bond before hitting the ground, dude. They got to risk it all to get there.
Oh, they're free falling.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
say
wow.
they say
Yeah.
a
Triple F.
peregrine
dude.
falcon can do
They're edgy,
240.
dude.
That's so romantic.
240.
240.
Miles per hour?
240 miles per hour. Dude, what?
Regal looking bird, dude.
You ever see those dudes like those guys like where they have like falcons like hunt like fox or something like that?
Right, Falconeers or something.
That's crazy, dude.
Dude, being a falconeer would be a sick thing, dude. Like, if you're from a different era of time. Sometimes I'll friggin' be going to bed at night just thinking about stuff, dude, like my day. And then a lot of times I'll start fantasizing while I'm about to pass out, and I'm like, dude, if I lived in a different era, where would I want to be, or like could I do? I think about like I wear contacts. I'm like, I'd be fucked, dude. I can't hunt. I can't throw like, can't defend any.
But you're good
village.
with your hands.
I am good with my hands, dude.
You'd be a masseuse.
You'd be like a candle maker.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Oh, dude, and that would be necessary. Like, dude, you want to have light?
You want light,
got
bro?
battle. You got a battle
Dude.
tomorrow, dude. You want to drop your plans? You're gonna need some light for that.
I got you.
I think I'd be a horse tamer.
Ooh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'd run around with horses.
I'd be like a reluctant hairdresser. Like, I don't want to do this. I go, well, guess what?
But dude, you'd
You're a
also be
baba.
a doctor.
Cut the hair.
If it
Your
was
dad
medieval
was a
times.
barber. You're gonna be a barber.
That should be a movie back
Yeah.
in the day. I don't want to
Dude.
cut hair. Well, guess what?
You could cut
Yeah.
pubes, dude. You could be manscaped. You could take your, 21st century knowledge, bring it back there, dude.
You could do like a medieval story about a guy whose dad wants him to be a knight and he just wants to be a hairdresser. And it's like
That's like the movie Year Without a Santa Claus.
Billy Elliot, but 500 years ago.
The elf didn't want to build toys. He wanted to be a dentist, and they go build the fucking toys.
Is that real?
Yep. It's a real story.
Dang.
I think I'd be an oracle if they still had oracles.
Oh, I'd be fired up if you were an
Or
oracle.
a prophet. I'd try to be a prophet.
The company Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or-
be
Dude,
making bank, dude.
I'm stoked on Oracle. Their profit margins huge.
Yeah, and
And dude-
if you started that company 600 years ago, you'd be so ahead of the curve.
Oh, dude.
Also, dude, you'd meet so many heroes, dude, because so many heroes stop by on their journey to friggin' post up with an oracle and get
Yeah.
advice. So, like, that'd be
And
sick.
you can set them on the path to their hero's journey,
Yeah.
or you can completely fuck it up.
True.
Mhm.
So
True.
you'd be like, dude, you should go to the Black Lake. That's where the monster is that you need to slay. And he's like, and then he goes and he's like, dude, there's nothing there.
Yeah, they don't.
Never
Oracles
heard
are almost never wrong in
Right,
stories. Yeah,
yeah.
but what about the oracle? He's like, oh, did I tell you to go there?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me check my scroll again. Oh yeah, you're supposed to go to the forest. My bad, dude.
You gotta understand, there's a ton of pressure on this job, all right? I'm trying to set you on the right path to fulfill prophecy, and sometimes I worry I'm not qualified.
I've been super overbooked lately. It's just my brain is haywire.
This is
Going
a
through
new.
a breakup, okay? My visions are not coming in clear.
Mrs. Oracle's on the way out.
Give me
She
this
saw it coming a
mulligan.
long time ago.
I didn't for some reason.
Yeah,
How did I not
And
see
look,
this?
I'm blind when it comes to my lady.
I'm a middleman. I send people to the forest. I send people to the volcano. I send people to, whatever, the enchanted Valley of Crystals. Like, there's nymphs coming to me. They want business. They need people going there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry I'm late. Danny he threw out some fire jungle juice. So I'm like, my head's pounding right now. But I think the dragon's over there. Just go that
I
way.
think I saw it when I was walking over here.
Yeah,
You're going to know when you see it, dude. You're
Yeah.
going to know.
There's no mistaking a dragon for not dragon.
I've definitely seen a dragon.
Most dragon movies, it's about being friends with the dragon. You got Reign of Fire with McConaughey, where it's about killing the dragon.
For sure.
But then you got How to Train Your Dragon and Dragonheart,
Dragonheart, great movie.
and they're about budding. Great song too. The score from that movie is fire. No pun intended.
Wasn't no
Dragons
dragons
breathing
in
fire.
There's Peach Dragon.
the ones in Lord of the Rings were not good. Well, they weren't really like monsters.
The
or some
Desolation of
shit.
Smog. I never watched the Hobbit ones.
Neither
The
did
Hobbit
I.
was
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah, it looked long. Dude, it looked long.
Dude, the Hobbit was 3D garbage.
Dude, it's
you
just-
can't blow the load and then be like, oh, by the way, we have a boring
we
story
got 9
before
hours
all this.
more.
Dude,
yeah, right. This is how you know how it ends.
Yeah.
You want 9 more hours?
It's like
on how we
watching a
got
porn
there?
and then going back and watching them on the date. You go, yeah, I already
Yeah.
saw the cool part. I don't need
yeah.
to fucking.
It's just Benedict Cumberbatch in one of those like patchy suits, like in a studio in Burbank, being like, "And it's my gold. Why are you doing that?" Just him over and like for a 45-minute dragon monologue. I'm like, I'd rather watch Benedict Cumberbatch do that
Yeah.
in like real time
Right.
in Burbank. I'd be like, this is incredible what this guy's doing. But
Aaron, did you see the Hobbit?
You know it, bro.
What?
I saw the first one 3 different formats.
Whoa.
Wow.
dude,
What are the 3 formats?
I frankly don't like your tone of the movie.
They did it. They shot it in like 48 frames a second or something like that for the 3D. So it was like,
Slow mo?
yeah, no, it's supposed to be better for 3D, but I don't know. I didn't think it was any better than regular 3D. And then I saw it in regular.
Did you like the movie?
Yeah, they definitely didn't need to be It should have been 2 big movies.
Right. What's your favorite Lord of the Rings?
Fellowship. I'm a Fellowship guy.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
Dude, that got me amped.
Fire,
Two
dude.
Towers is solid though.
That's a great middle movie.
Yeah.
It is incredible. Dude.
I love that movie.
But Fellowship's probably the most
dude.
pure.
Gets me so fucking going. Dude.
They're so good, dude.
I gotta admit, I wasn't into them.
Get the fuck.
Oh, dude.
There's
I
no
was-
lightsabers.
True,
That's
dude,
true, that's
true.
Dude,
but-
Gandalf is a monster.
Yeah, dude. Gandalf
Yeah.
is
He's
beast
playful.
mode.
When he comes back,
dangerous.
you thought I was dead?
Dude.
Nah, dude.
He forgot his name.
So
he goes,
dank,
oh, that's
dude.
right. I was a badass.
I just can't get on board with medieval movies because I was like, it's literally the time of no stoke. Although this is
Middle
world
The
is,
hobbits
yeah.
have some stoke. They're frothing.
They're
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're partying.
They're
dude.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Dude,
they,
Samwise
they,
is
they,
chugging,
do
dude.
smoke, they do smoke dank. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got
that's
dude. Bilbo's
legit.
got a fat pipe, dude. Not fat,
Yeah.
but long.
They're getting
dude.
ripped at that party in Fellowship.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
there's stoke.
yeah.
You're like, oh, these little stoke dudes. They probably only get stoked, but then you see them fight for what they believe in, and you're like,
Throw down.
oh, these are some formidable little stokers, dude.
Dude, they got
Yeah,
big
sure,
feet.
yeah.
Formidable little fuckers, dude.
Yeah, dude. And there's eagles, dude, and freaking Gimli's legit, dude. He's like just freaking has principle and stuff, and you get fired up on that, dude. So it's sick, dude.
I think I'm just more partial to like modern accoutrement.
I can respect that.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm fired up on that
Like,
too.
There's no room service.
there's no room service. There's no Postmates. There's no
Right.
Jeep Wranglers.
Love a Jeep Wrangler.
There's
it-
Ubers. They're called ants, dude.
And
You just get up on an ant.
Yeah, you get up on an ant and you cruise, dude. There's Eagles, dude, which I guess would be like Uber XL, like a little more expensive.
That's that
a little
fancy
faster.
one.
I remember being mad at the Ents because they were so good at kicking ass. Like they just take down like I think it's Saruman's castle like with relative ease.
oh, those trees.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, but we don't fight. I was
You're like you
"Whoa."
just threw down.
I'm like, well, you're pretty good at it. So how about you help
Yeah.
out like the coalition for good and like let's
Yeah.
stick a fork in Sauron.
But dude, was this Tolkien's message that we don't, evil persists when good men do nothing, dude? And these Ents are just posting up in their forest, chilling. And then they see that Sauron has straight up deforested the freaking forest, dude, to fuel his army of orcs. And then they see that, and the evil has touched them, and only then did they act, dude.
Right when they got skin in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't blame them.
He stepped on that orc real quick though at the beginning.
Yeah.
dude. Later.
Dude, those trees are legit. I'm stoked on those trees. That
Yeah.
fight.
Dude.
What are they called?
Ants.
Those are the Ents?
Yeah.
they're the best,
Nice.
dude. Their Ents are fired up, dude.
Well, now I'm fired up on this conversation.
Dude, let's
dude,
go.
dude.
Why don't they just call them living
Stoke
trees?
has been reignited.
and then the living trees come out and just
Yeah.
wreak havoc. I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Tolkien.
They just name everything for what it is. Then the wizard fought the dwarfs, and the trees kicked someone in the face.
I wish real life was like that, where it's so easy to tell the good guys from the bad guys too.
That'd be
Because you
great.
just look at an Orakai and you're like,
He's
obviously the
wet
bad
and
guy.
muddy, yeah.
When I
Totally.
watch like political debates or something, like they both seem like nice people.
They're dressed
yeah,
great.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what tough.
not fair.
It's tough about politics. You're like, these guys are both on fire.
Yeah, they're both human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah. When,
so
if one of them just looked
charismatic.
like an Orakai, I'd be like, don't trust that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His axe is rusty and he's sweating, so it seems pretty bad.
Dude, I was captivated. I was captivated by every candidate. I
He
don't
was
know, they all
articulate.
seemed like solid dudes.
Dude, so there's this Uber self-driving car had killed someone because it didn't realize people could jaywalk.
Dude.
Shocker.
That's a bummer, dude. But I'm gonna say I remain optimistic for self-driving cars. Like when the Hindenburg
No,
crashed.
I'm not mad at it.
When the Hindenburg crashed, did that stop Goodyear from making that blimp? No.
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 Yeah. I mean, dude, if you read a little more in the article, like there was a person in there,
Yes.
and she was listening. She was watching The Voice on her phone, so she like couldn't brake in time. I mean, the self-driving car should have been able to like stop when there's an object in the road, regardless if it's a person or like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
stop, don't hit whatever's in front of you while you're driving. Like that's rule number one.
Right.
And but it was just. But also a show that you don't really need to watch is probably The Voice. You could probably just like listen to it.
So was she supposed to be watching the road to make sure nothing got out? Oh wow!
Mhm.
So it's kind of negligence on her part.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Damn, dude.
Dude, all this
That's a bummer.
autonomous stuff. It's scary though, because like you got to think that thing is reading a GPS, and you need to make sure that's accurate, right? How many times has your Waze sent you to a entrance
dude.
ramp and it's under construction and it doesn't know?
Yeah.
And your self-driving car goes and just like dude.
Yeah, just go straight
Just
through the barricade.
barrels through,
Yeah.
and people are like, it's like, like,
Especially in Hollywood, dude. A lot of people are gonna be driving through premieres. on Hollywood
Totally, dude.
Boulevard.
Yeah.
It's just like 4 self-driving cars just plowed through here.
And these red carpets
it-
and
yeah.
like
It
Prius
never-
just smokes like 4 people.
Ron Howard is dead.
Yeah, it never picks that up for me. They'll be like, take Hollywood Boulevard to Highland, and I'm like, and then I get there and it's all
You
blocked
can't.
out. Yeah.
Oh, the worst, dude.
Did you ever see that video of that? Someone put the end zone pylon on the gas pedal of a golf cart at Dallas Cowboy Stadium,
yeah.
and it hit a bunch of people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just a row golf cart?
Dude, it's kind of funny. It's like no one got hurt. That's why I'm saying that.
Right.
That's what I think of when they're just like, all right, let's start pumping these cars out. And there's just like, they're like, no, this road's not there. We put a park there. And it's just like,
It's crazy when that stuff works too, because like when you're like a kid and you're trying to like fool around, you'll be like, all right, let's like put weight on the pedal, and then like the rock you put on there keeps falling off, and it like
Right.
never goes. When it actually works, and then you're like, whoa, I didn't think it would hit that many people.
yeah, dude, it's crazy. Dude, they're gonna have like autonomous like fucking everything, dude. And there's gonna be 1,000 of these little mistakes of them not thinking it through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Failure before success, always, dude, always.
You need like a kill switch. You know, like when you're on the treadmill at the gym and you have to put the kill switch on your belt.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that with like your autonomous sex doll starts like swinging at you. You gotta pull it.
Wait, so you got your bachelor's and then you got your master's?
In architecture. yeah.
Where'd you go for your master's?
Woodbury in Burbank.
Nice.
How was that?
Woodbury baby holding it down. There's like 35 people in that whole school. No, it's actually really good.
Do you ever think with other comics, you're like, man, I'm funny and I'm good at architecture?
I try not to.
Architecture is a great art, dude. Form and function, dude. You
Dude.
got to make something beautiful, but also make it.
It makes
work,
you think about everything.
You know.
Who's your favorite architect?
I saw your post the other day. Frank Lloyd's a good house guy.
Yeah.
Love Frank. Renzo Piano's a beast.
What's his
Um,
style?
Very modern-ish. Have you seen that new one at the end of Fairfax and Wilshire? That big circle.
No.
Oh yes,
who
I've
did-
seen it. It's right.
It's the
by
new,
Lackawanna, right?
It's the new museum for Academy or something like.
Oh, the cars, the Whitney one?
No, it's literally right at the end of Wilshire and Fairfax, by the kind of where I used to work. It's that big. It's like a big ball. I think Renzo Piano did that.
That sounds cool.
Dude, it's sick.
Dang.
What,
Good
what,
architecture gets me stiff.
Yes.
what's your favorite thing that you've designed?
My company's office that I'm in now.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dang.
it's
You
funny.
walk in this, you go, I created this.
Dude, it's weird when you look at it on a 3D model for like a year and then you're like, I'm just sitting in it now. And I'm like, dude, like the first like 3 weeks, it was annoying because like you walk around and I see parts that I messed up on it. And like no one would ever pick up on it. But I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this shit so much. But it's like now I kind of like forget that I did it. But for a while, it's crazy to like sit in something that you're like, I made this.
What do you
That's
get
cool.
most fired up to make? Like a jacuzzi, because you know it's something that's fucking sick. Where some bros are gonna get together, or like a sauna, or like a gym
Pong
where
table.
you can get like a pong table, or like a
I don't do
rec
architect-
room that's sick.
I don't do
or like-
architecture anymore though.
Oh,
I do
dang,
construction management now.
Dang. Oh dang, dude.
Mm.
Because it's more
Scrum.
lucrative.
That, yeah, it's architecture. Yeah, you don't get paid shit, and also they're just fucking, they suck, dude. I don't give a shit if you're in architecture, you suck.
Why do they
Just
suck?
like it's a designing. It's like they remind me of stand-ups in a way where I like stand-ups are way better, funny, great people, but it's like we're designers of like jokes and they're designers of buildings, where it's like you don't want somebody messing with your stuff. So it's like when I'm like helping doing this guy's drawing, like they just nitpick it down to the point you're like, dude, give me a break. Like it's like, hey, can you make this line just here? And you're like, the fuck are you talking
Do you
about?
think they even really want you to change it, or they just want some input?
Well, no, it's their thing, but like, yeah, everybody wants to like feel like they had some say in it, so like they're overcritical to the point where you're like, okay guys, like let's cut the shit right now. But on top of that, you work like crazy hours, you don't get paid anything. And then when I went to construction, I worked like you still work hard, but you like, it's like my workload was like cut in half, your pay goes up like a significant amount. And it's like you're just in meetings now with like these dope dude like Writers Guild. I'm like walking around with the CFO today, just like shooting the shit, and he's
That's
like
cool.
asking me like, dude, what do we do here? And I'm like, shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's just good.
What are the guys on your construction crew like? Are they cool?
Dude, they're awesome.
Nice.
That job, I want to write a show about it because it's like, dude, I'm dealing with dudes and nothing that is like not offensive, but like guys who like didn't graduate high school all the way to like multimillionaires who like are like stupid rich. Like day to day, like I have a phone call with one and then a phone call with the other. It's like you just see so many personalities. Like these guys are fucking so funny, dude. Like just tell me like the craziest shit, like going down, like it's like us like shooting the shit, drinking and shit, and you say like silly things and you're on the job site, and then I'm going to have this like professional like fucking meeting with like all these dudes who are like don't laugh ever, and you're like, oh fuck, Be careful.
Right.
Dude, it's great.
Wait, so the dudes who are like,
On the job site.
they're funny?
They're great. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like it's not like a goddamn sitcom where we all walk in and we're just laughing the whole time, but it's like when you sit, you know, chill with them and they're just like eating, we're all shooting the shit. Like, they're fucking just normal ass dudes.
Right.
Just working. Like, and those guys, you have to hand it to them. They work like when people complain about their hours, I'm like, homeboy literally got up at 3 a.m., drove 2 hours to this construction site in the dark to start soldering wires on a ladder that's 30 feet in the air, probably fell before, like works all day, stops, eats some like microwave burrito, and then fucking goes back to work, and then drives 3.5 hours back because of traffic, and does that every single goddamn day and doesn't make shit. Like, probably like they do okay because like overtime, but dude, those guys have like the most gnarly ass work. Like, I can't complain around these people like at all.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they wake me up every morning, dude. I know they're going after it, dude.
Bro, they are
Big time,
attacking.
dude. Yeah, just going at it, dude. It's insane.
Those guys, like, they're like they'll literally like, yeah, I go home, I rip shots. So like one guy's like, yeah, I go home, just drink fucking tequila and rip some beers, and they're happy though. Like, you rarely meet some that are like in a shit mood. It's like, dude, all the guys when I go to the job site, dude, Matt, what's up? How you doing? But you fucking, you know, I'm just gonna go, gotta work here, get it done. Like, it's just like the let's get shit done, and I can go home to my family, fucking crush some beers.
Manual labor.
Dude, that literally makes you such a better person than people who are sitting back kind of in like a position, you know, some shit on myself, but it's like sometimes like when you're sitting back, you don't do shit, you kind of you get like this little douchiness to you.
Malcontent.
But these guys, bro, they're always in a good attitude. Go home, like, and some of them, like, they're just rugged, bro. Like, you hear stories like, yeah, he fucking worked with this guy, you know, he used to pack dips over here, and then, you know, he would do horseshoes, and then they took his bottom, you know, they had to take part of his jaw off, and the guy's like, I don't give a fuck, and starts packing on the top, and they have to take the top. Like, you hear these, you're like, this guy is tough as shit. There's never a time where this guy, you're like, and you hear that all the time, and these dudes just like, yeah, my boy got electrocuted. You're just like, wait, what, dude? Like,
right.
And then I'm like, I had to wake up early, and I sat in traffic, and there's like, I don't even open my mouth around them.
Well, it's good because you hang out with people like that, and it makes you like
Bro.
move your idea of what's like normal, and like, because like I'll like, I think when I grew up with my parents, I would like get sick and I'd be like, I think I'm gonna die. They're like, you're not gonna die, shut up,
dude. No.
But then I got around more neurotic people, and they're like, yeah, you might die. And so now
Dude,
it's like, yeah,
those guys, they come in bleeding, just like open wound, and they're just like fucking.
Yeah.
Sad. Dude, you respect people like that so much. That's why that job, like, it's almost like a cleanser for like stand up, because stand up's like its own beast. You guys, you know, where you're like, you're doing like all these like people bitching and everyone's mad all the time, and you're like, dude, we're here to fuck around and like laugh and shit, and you're making an issue out of it. You're like, there's people out there making like $3 an hour to fucking be standing next to a goddamn power line with a metal pole to paint a fucking roof. Like, literally, I had guys who are like, they're like looking at this thing, they have like 6 inches of error because like a power line can like jump electricity. So like one time I had a job, they're painting the roof at Sunset and PCH. Homeboy was fucking like, yeah, like literally if it's like 4 inches over, the electricity can jump and I'll get fucking fried. And I'm like, he goes, and then you come the next day, it's like they just knocked it out, and you're like, that's so badass.
There's something to be said about having too much time to think. Like, I imagine a job like
dude.
that, it's probably like a form of meditation where you're just so focused on what you're doing.
You don't have time to, because you're like, I have to get to this job, this job, this job. I don't give a shit. Like, these guys like plow through work. Like the things they do sometimes, you're like, and it's so that's all, like, I'm on the management side, but I still commend myself where I know what's going on in the field and I'll go out there. But it's like, bro, like, it's crazy. These guys, like, you make a schedule and they're just like, they just fucking go down the line and chop it out. It's like just shitty work conditions. They don't think anything of it. They show up, good attitude, do it, and you're just like, that was dope.
That's like, I deleted my Facebook recently.
Good for you.
And because every time I would log on, because I was like friends with comics and stuff, and so you scroll down the news feed, and it's all complaining, or it's like complaining about, you know, like open mics or something, and you're like, what are you doing?
You're like,
a
dude,
lot
this
of
is the
moaning.
easiest shit on earth, bro. We're doing the It's like,
no, but dude, it's tough to do. Like, I commend, like, when people are doing 12 mics a week.
No. That's, you know, I get it. It's exhausting and stuff, but it's like, sometimes people, you're like, bitch, shut up.
It's not hard, like, where it's like, I think, I don't know, now when I go to some mics, I just like look at like everyone's sucking. Everyone's doing shitty.
Dude, it's emotionally taxing.
Yeah, everyone's talking about traumatic things that have happened to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people aren't even paying attention. Like someone's on stage talking about how like their uncle used to beat them when they were a kid, and then the other
I'm on
6
my
of us in the
phone,
crowd are
on
on the
Bumble,
phone.
yeah.
we're like, yeah, good story, man. How much time is this guy doing? And
I'm
then
fake laughing at wrong parts.
yeah, right.
That's a hack premise, dude.
And then
Yeah,
and then
heard
you-
that.
Yeah, and then like they're like being super vulnerable, but then they don't get the response they need, and then they're like, well, I'm just being honest about how I feel, and you're like, whoa, like this
Yeah.
is like
Nah, dude.
this is, and then they do that 12 times a week for 5 years or something.
That's why
like that.
we're psych-
Yeah.
That's why we're psychos. I get that. No, I trust me. It's like, and I don't want to knock it. Like one's physically taxing, and like these guys, you know. But then comedy, like you said, it's like, dude, to every single night, like we're in the mic scene for the most part, to every night get emotionally like rejected. You're just
Yeah.
like, the fuck is happening? Like crush it next night, just absolutely get just trashed and just ignored, and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
I saw one guy like someone did a joke about fupas, you know, and then this guy comes up and he's like,
Nice.
This guy comes up, unbuttons his shirt, and because this guy was like, men aren't allowed to show their fupas, so this guy comes up, unbuttons his shirt and shows his fupa, and it was a pretty bad fupa. And then the guy in the audience who just made the joke goes, "That's the worst fupa I've ever seen." And then the guy with the fupa who had it out was like so hurt, and I was like, "You took a chance,
did.
and fucking backfired, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah. Felt like
it is interesting the comics who like think like, oh, I'm gonna speak my truth and talk about my past traumas, and that's gonna get some huge laughs, and they're just like, this is what happened to me, and they're like expecting it, and everyone's like,
cool.
dude, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh,
yeah, because the joke's not there. It's like
There's no
they
joke,
got the
yeah.
pathos, but they don't have like the
Craft.
That is a
Yeah.
polar
And it's
opposite of my
tough,
idea
dude.
of stand up, dude. Mine is just like be goofy as shit and just say, see, I commend you because you're good at like, you get deep on stage, but it's funny as shit.
Oh, thank you.
Versus me, where I make fart noises and tell people like.
But you're
that.
like the best at fart noises, dude. You deploy them so well. Sometimes you'll be like crushing, and then you go.
dude, it's just peppered. Just no, I don't know. I don't like get deep on it. I don't know. Some people get deep, and I'm like, I don't know how you do that because some people just find funny in it, dude.
You make good points though. It's like good analysis and stuff.
Do you ever reflect on your own comedy and like I feel like the grass is always greener, like so hard.
oh yeah.
I wish
I-
I was Mitch Hedberg or someone.
Dude,
like
I
that.
always think like
Yeah.
there's so many comics where I'm like, I wish I could do that, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And then you kind of like, then you like think about it, and you go, well, I'm gonna go to battle with my stuff and just deal with it, and then you cut. But then it always loops back around when you have that day. You're like, I fucking suck. What is this
Yeah.
shit?
When you go on the road with Drew Lynch a lot, who people might know from America's Got
Yeah.
Talent. What do you get? Second place on it, like 4 or 5 years back.
I think like 5 years ago
Yeah,
now.
dude, Marie, when he first did America's Got Talent, and like Drew had his voice box.
You got hit in the, so you guys, if you guys don't know, Drew Lynch, America's Got Talent, look him up. One of my best friends. I opened for him on the road amongst me and my other buddy, but we go quite a bit. So he got hit in the throat with a softball. It paralyzed his vocal cord. He fell, got a concussion, all this stuff, and basically, long story short, he has a stutter now. So, but then he started doing stand up after that. And just completely, he's a great writer, though. I think he's always
such a
been an
good
awesome
writer.
writer. And it was just two things like converging that probably would never would, but now he just crushes. And I opened for him, and he's awesome.
When he did AGT the first time and he made it through to the next round, he came to an open mic in like Pasadena, and he walked in. Everyone was like, Drew.
Was it Jake's?
Yeah, it was Jake's. And everyone was like, Drew, 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 Drew. And then Maurice's there, and he just goes, I saw you cry on TV.
Joe Maurice.
Just bringing the stain.
Well,
So funny.
Richard Pryor, going back to like the people talking about like their traumas and stuff. Richard Pryor, Tiffany Haddish talks about how Richard Pryor told her that people go to the comedy club because they want to laugh. They
Right.
want to hear your problems.
Well, it's like if you
And
can
it's like
do
they-
it well and
they-
it's funny, that's fine. But
yeah.
yeah, like for me, I'm like,
You-
I want to make
they-
these people forget the bullshit. Not like maybe if it's relatable and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can relate with that. But like sometimes you're like, yeah, my uncle's gonna punch me in the face, and like, oh, my
Yeah.
uncle did that too. That's not fun anymore. But-
People want to have fun. They want to laugh. If there's a way where you can make that stuff funny,
Yeah, do it
like
all,
Louis
but-
C.K. was like did well,
Or Pryor. I mean, Pryor talked about like the most
Pryor,
insane
exactly. Yeah.
pain.
Right.
Yeah. But I think some people are too close to the pain still. Like they don't have
Yeah.
perspective
you
on
have
it
to
yet.
put the silliness layer
Yeah.
over it and kind of like be over. I have like some friends who kind of talk about very serious topics, and I'm like, you almost have to like break down the sentence, and like my friend was just like, change this word to this word because this one's a little aggressive. I'm not saying like, and I never want to tell any comic ever do this, not that, but you're like, I can see where they pull back, and it's probably because of X, Y, and Z. And I'm not perfect, but it's just like, yeah, you got to like breeze over it. Dude, so your roommate moves out, huh? I listened to that episode today.
Yeah,
so.
Greg's gone.
Damn, dude. That's good, though. Like you're saying, three's a company, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot. It'd be nice to just be two.
You and Joe just fucking crossing paths.
Yeah,
John, I don't have to look at you every time we pass each other.
That's kind of what it's like. Yeah.
Do you share a bathroom?
No, I want to use his bathtub though. I like taking baths, and my bathroom doesn't have a bathtub.
Oh, I heard that. I saw your thing.
But he's not into it. Yeah, I was gonna give him a sandwich a week for 30 minutes.
What about while he's at work?
I would say I'll offer to clean your tub, which is a pain
No, I'm
in
gonna
the
do that
ass
on top.
chore.
I'm gonna do that. I would do that on top too. I'd Lysol it and shit. Yeah, I think if Joe found out I was doing it behind his back, he'd be like, really? Like, some people wouldn't care that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think Strider would care that much, but like Joe, I think
I would
would
be like, go for it, because I wouldn't want to take a bath. Like, I clean it, but like, you want to scrub if your ass is gonna be on that fucking tile.
I don't mind a little dirt. And then, but yeah, so it's just Jonah. But also we have such different hours because he works at night. So
Right, that's good.
Yeah, we don't see each other that much. Not as much as I'd like.
Does your chick
What
live
are
with you or no?
these suds doing in my tub?
No, she spends the night probably like 3 or 4 nights a week.
Right.
Yeah, or I spend the night hers.
Are
but
you
we
and your
spend
girl
like 4 nights a
living
week.
together or no?
Moving in together?
Living together?
No, I'm sticking solo with my
Good.
apartment.
You're smart.
Yeah, moving in a couple weeks.
Well, you lived with your lady for a while, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's fucking weird.
Well, then you guys broke up, and she was still living with you, right?
No. When she broke up, we were like technically still together. Well, when she moved out, we were technically still together, and then when she moved back to LA, I was like, you can just stay with me. I don't care, just to save money. I didn't give a at that point, dude. I was so like, when we broke up, I go, dude, stand up is my thing. I'm focusing on that. Fuck dating. Fuck all that stuff. So then, like, we're so good friends.
Yeah, you guys are close.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I want them to still succeed and shit. And I didn't have like bad blood. Like, we broke up, but I was like, I still like her as a person. And I was like, I just want to see her move back here, save up money, and then go do her shit and not have to sweat it.
Were you nervous about other dudes? Like,
At my place? I was like, no, don't. Like, obviously, it was like we're on such the same page. Like, don't bring people here. But
Yeah, she
Well,
probably
just-
got that right.
Well, like being around her, were you nervous about like just sort of
I felt
becoming
like
aware of what
a little. Like, it was more like she, and you guys know her. She's very open book and wants to like be like, so how's date? I'm like, can we not be this couple? Like, I go, you do your single life, I'll do mine. I don't need to know about your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to know about mine. And then when we were like, she was still with me, or when we were like, she was staying with me, but we were broken up, like, my dating life was like, I still felt like I was like tiptoeing around, but more of like I don't want her to like, I don't care how much somebody's like, oh, I'm cool with you doing that. It's like, no, it'd still bother you. And so
Right.
like, I would, try to like, I would still, go meet girls and shit, but I would just like not pursue it as much. But it was good
discreet.
because I literally, when she was with me, I, knock on wood, I was with Drew like so many weekends out of the month that I was just like, I don't care. Like, I'll, do your thing. I'm so like focused on, just making stand up, more legit and all that stuff. So, but it worked out good. And then she moved out, got her place. She's doing great. So I think it all panned out. But yeah, as far as the dude things, I was like, I just don't give a shit. Stop telling. Like, she's the first ex I've ever kept talking to. Like, every ex-girlfriend I've ever had, we just broke up, and I swear to God, I've never talked to them again. And it's like, not because we're immature, but I was like, that's what I want. It's like, I'm out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to like, we broke up.
Be in a holding
No,
pattern.
fuck no. I was like, do your thing. I'll do my thing. I don't need to like.
But you guys are still tight. You guys like came when you did our show. You guys came together and stuff like that.
I think what the
Locals at the Improv.
was she there? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I do remember the show, but no, I think all my buddies. I don't know if she came to that one, but regardless, yeah.
No, that was another. You did it twice. Now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time. But no, we're still cool. Like,
Crushed.
Thanks, buddy. That was a good show. The second one was great.
Nice.
Okay, guys, I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, they offer the best and below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and that rhymes. Jingle balls to the walls, fellas. Listen up. Untrimmed pubes are a thing of the past because it's the holiday season and you need to give the gift of a well-trimmed dong piece. Okay, that's why you need the Lawnmower 2.0. When you get that perfect package 2.0, you can get all kinds of goodies in there. I'm talking Lawnmower 2.0. I'm talking crop preserver. I'm talking anti-chafing ball deodorant. I mean, where else can you get this stuff? Only at Manscaped, guys, and it's legit. Okay, so use code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Your hog will thank you. The world will thank you for doing some below-the-belt grooming and letting the world know that you care about your bod and all parts of it.
All right,
So
should we answer?
Let's go. No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Stokers, not sure if this will be seen, but I sure as hell hope it does. I planned a trip to LA with my squad the first weekend in December 6th to the 8th, but they all bailed. Thanks to you guys, I'm all about keeping my stoke high and said, fuck it, I'm going alone. I'm coming from the Bay Area, and my plan was to hit all the comedy clubs while I was there, and may even try to get my first open mic set in. What club would you guys recommend an open mic attempt? Also, I know you guys are busy, and this may be far-fetched, but if you guys are in town, would love to take you guys to crush some dank food or crack a chill IPA, considering I'm going to be solo. Anyways, appreciate what you guys are doing for the nation. Stay chill, my dogs.
What a good kid.
Love it, dude.
Where,
Legend,
where are they?
dude.
Where does that person live?
The Bay.
That's awesome.
Nice.
What a
dude.
fun area too.
Yeah. And they're gonna cruise. Are they taking a trip just around? Where's the trip going to again? L.A.
They're coming to LA.
Oh, dude.
I'll be honest. I thought you were reading like a sponsor, and I zoned out the first half of that.
So he wants to know where he should do an open mic.
In L.A.
Yeah, I think Bert's Back Room.
Bert's Back Room.
We all go there. It's $5 for a set, but you
Dude.
sign up on slotted.co/Bert's Back Room.
Supportive. You
Run
know,
by Rachel Cuthbert.
Everyone's great there.
Great lady.
It's you know you're not gonna waste your time like sitting at a mic that's a lottery. I don't know if you know how new you are to comedy, but sometimes they put all the names in a bucket and the host will just pull a name out so you can be there for 10 minutes
You
or
don't know
2
when you're gonna
hours.
get up.
At least with
Brutal.
Birds, you sign up. You know what hour slot. You got to stay in support. You know, it's nerve-wracking. I always tell people just do it once because
Just
you'll
get up
you'll-
there and do
dude,
it.
It's
That's what I was
the
gonna
hardest thing
say.
you'll do, but it's the best thing you'll do.
Yeah.
And at Bert's, there's a good mix of veterans and new people, and people are actually kind of excited about comedy there, which is something you don't run into at all open mics. Now I feel like I'm cutting an ad for Bert's.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a good spot
Rachel.
to go to, and that's the one I would recommend.
It is nice.
I would do that.
And Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall.
Fourth
Gotta
Wall's
give it up
also
to Joe
legit,
Minetti.
too.
too.
Joe Minetti's a
Same
beast.
same model.
Same thing.
Same idea.
Yeah. Joe's
Well,
awesome. He has a bunch
yeah.
of locations, but if you go on to Comedy Bureau, you can look up all the mics and
Yeah.
just get out there, get your feet wet.
TheComedyBureau.com.
Remember your first
Don't forget
open
the
mic,
THE.
bro? God, that was so nerve-wracking.
I did the Brewdog Pub.
Brutal, dude.
I talked about traffic signs. I was like, why do the traffic signs for truckers have different language? Like, let her rip, boys. It didn't hit.
Let her rip,
And then I
boy.
talked about this porn star, OG Mudbone.
Ooh.
But I didn't have any jokes. I was just like, isn't this hilarious that these
Yeah.
guys did?
I think that
I observed this. I'd like
Yeah,
to share it
dude.
now, dude. But I think this kid should go to a club too, just to know the difference. If he's
Right.
never been, like you were saying,
Right.
Yeah.
Do both.
to
Oh,
to
yeah.
a mic at a club.
Yeah.
Go to the improv. Yeah,
Yes.
go to the improv mic on Sunday
Just
night
go
or
feel it
Friday
out.
night.
I would just go
And
watch.
Tuesday-
I wouldn't.
Well,
But put your name in if you're going to be
Yeah,
there. You
whatever.
know?
You know
You
what?
probably won't get up,
Roll
so
the
why
di-
not?
yeah.
You're pretty much going to
Yeah.
watch anyway.
Roll the dice.
Yeah, you should know going in that it's really tough to get up at the club open mics, but it's worth going to. You have the Comedy Store on Mondays. That's a potluck. It's really tough to get up, but if you do, I think it's just cool to be up there on
Yeah.
that stage. And then the improv, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, around like 5:30 on Tuesdays, and then like late night Sunday, and then Friday I think 5:30.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know that's the cool thing about stand up too. It's like if you're an actor, like you're so far away from like Tom Cruise, like your idols.
Right, yeah.
But in stand up, you'll go
Right
to the comedy
next to
store
it.
and you'll be right next to all the people you
Dude,
look
it's
up
crazy.
to. And then you go to the open mic, you'll get up on the same stage
Yeah.
that they get up on.
Right.
And sometimes you can even have a close like facsimile of the audience that they get. And it's
Yeah.
just it's pretty wild how
Right.
quickly you can experience what the best people experience.
Yeah.
Not really like
Dude.
with theaters and stuff.
No, it's
but-
awesome. Yeah, that's why I like comics because they're just you see them around just being normal people. I feel like actors they like purposely like kind of hide. I can be wrong, but I just outside looking in, you're like they like hide on purpose to be like elusive and But like a comic,
Yeah.
you're like you see like Dave Attell like eating a Subway by himself, and you're like you're a normal person. He's like.
Dave Attell's almost too normal. You're like, you do know you're a legend, right, Dave?
Dude, Brett Banta walked into Mel's Diner once after the Comedy Store, and Dave Attell was sitting by himself, and of course Brett goes, "Can I sit with you?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then they just ate diner. food
That's
together.
awesome.
That's
Couldn't be two
hilarious.
greater, funnier
Dude,
guys.
imagine that
Yeah.
conversation. I would love to be. At that
Yeah, we
table.
got to get Brett on here. He's such a
I
legend.
love Brett. Dude. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him in forever.
And and the Laugh Factory, you should know that if you go to sign up, it's for the next week.
Good.
So don't get caught in that
Good
trap.
call, good
And you're
call.
gonna
I thought they
go,
changed. I thought they changed that though, because they do the bucket
they?
now. Yeah, you sign up that day for that day, but you have to like get there either early, or if you show up like right before it starts, you're like the latter half after the guaranteed spots.
So it's day of now?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
That's good to know.
Get up and do it, kid.
Yeah.
Disregard my false info.
For this email, I would like to remain anonymous, and sorry for the lengthy story, but I'm going to cut right to the chase. Today, my mom was diagnosed with leukemia. My entire family has taken a major blow to their stoke tanks, and I need your help to be able to maintain my family's stoke levels, and most importantly, my mom's. She's doing pretty fine by the diagnosis, came out of nowhere, and every one of us was shocked. And by the way, my mom is a legend of the week every week. She survived a fatal car crash a couple years ago and broke her neck, but managed to not be paralyzed from the neck down by literally a fraction of a millimeter. She goes and runs half marathons every other day and is definitely the strongest person I know. Anything will help from you guys. Thanks.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
Well, my dad, got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer about almost 2 years ago. And it's really hard. And I was very angry and upset, and I cried a lot. And I think that actually helped a lot to cry, because you're crying because you care, because you love the person so much. And then, just make a point to talk to my dad a lot and to make sure that I feel like nothing's left unsaid. And then also, I think you'll be surprised how resilient you'll be and how resilient your mom will be. We as people are strong, and when we get this news, it rocks us for a bit, but then we kind of normalize it in a good way, and then you just go into your day and you try to make the best of it. And I think there's some good that comes out of it, because you'll really feel connected to each other, and you really want to be there for each other. And while it's the worst thing a person can go through, it can reveal the best of us and how we deal with it. So just know that she loves you, know that you love her, and that you guys will go through this together.
Perfectly
Yeah, man.
said.
Life's not fair, dude.
I think his
Stay
outlook
control.
on his mom is awesome, as far as how positive he is, and I think
Yeah.
just keep that, and she's your hero, so just keep up with that attitude. Don't let it shake you, and obviously what John said was perfect, and I think he kind of wrapped everything up.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even begin to know what you're going through, but I think, and I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I think the best thing you can do is stay close with your mom, keep getting each other stoked, keep connecting, keep showing that love for her, and I think it's the best thing you can do.
For sure, dude.
Stay strong, brother.
What up, Legends of Stoke? I come to you in a state of deep trouble within the squad. You see, my fellow roommate / bro has been with this girl he is claiming he is just friends with. They have had a thing in the past and it fizzled out, but now they are back as just friends. But she is constantly at her house with him doing the naughty. So my other roommates' bros had to sit down and said they are more than just friends. Then it happened. She posted on her Snapchat story date night with the heart eye emojis. So we confronted him on being more than just friends, and he still continues to deny it. What can we do to get our bro to fess up that he's dating this girl? And maybe they aren't dating yet, but how do we get him to admit to being more than just friends? P.S. Later that night and next morning, more Snapchat stories were posted of them together. Thanks, my dog. Stay bronze.
It's like he wrote that in all caps.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's also just so weird that there's two weird things going on.
I think I already know what you're
One, why do his buddies care like that he won't,
Right.
that he's doing this? Why do they care? And then two, why is he not just admitting it? Or like, where is
But
the...
you've been there too with your dogs where you're like, bro, will you just admit you're dating this girl?
My old roommate was like that, yeah.
I had a roommate who, same sish. Yeah.
It's funny, yeah. It's like it's like an opposite romantic comedy in a way. Just
Yeah.
admit it, bro. You're in love.
Sometimes the guy doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Guys or human beings, we can deceive ourselves so much as to what our situation is.
Right.
Like he's like, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend. And like, it's so clear to everybody else. It's like, no, you're boyfriend and girlfriend. He's like, no, we just go on dates a lot and hang out. We don't sleep with other people. You're like, yeah, it's me and boyfriend. But they don't want to like face
Maybe he doesn't want to
the
admit that
pressure
because the friends,
or obligation.
he's probably scared the friends will treat him different. You were like, right now he's still single, even like they know he's in a relationship,
Yeah.
but he's lying, and they're hanging on to that truth where like he's still a boy, but like the second he admits it, they're gonna treat him different, he's gonna treat them different, and then he's fucking
Right. He likes
Totally.
where things are at.
Totally.
That's what it is. He likes where things are at. He doesn't want things to change.
I would tell this guy, yo, we're gonna treat you the same. If you date her, you're still our boy, but also, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I think that is the diagnosis.
I would be, 'cause
I
like
was
when-
why is he not admitting it? But he probably...
He's like, fuck, they're going to treat me different. I remember that. Like, when
Yeah.
you start dating a girl, whether you want to say it or not, you don't show your friends as much, and it's shitty.
Totally,
And
yeah.
he probably likes that they're still including him and stuff. I'm just guessing, but that's what I read from that.
And guys, look, they want it. Look, if it's smooth sailing, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Like, why? And a label's not really going to change anything, dude. I mean, it's just a slight adjustment period, but it's going to be fine.
Dude, I just go up to my dog and I'm like, listen, bro, I'm so pumped that you're in love with this girl. I love that you love this girl. That girl's your girlfriend, bro.
Or just do the opposite and keep bringing single girls up to him, like, since you're not dating her, you can.
Hey, can you go on a double date with me on Friday?
That's pretty fun. You could just force him into it.
That'd be the same bro friend in the group that'd be like, dude, I'm the one doing all the Snapchats, dude. You don't even know it. You were cuddling on the couch. I was outside your window. I'm snapping it to the whole crew, dude.
You're fucked.
Like, who's sending these Snapchats of them, like, together?
He's basically making the most cute album of them.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like, because he wouldn't be doing it, sending Snapchats like, look how smoochy and cute
I
we
hid in
are.
the
I'd love
bush.
to be that brother who sees the Snapchats like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like.
dudes, look at this, dude. Oh, Mister, I don't have a girlfriend is smooching under a tree at the Grove, dude.
Exactly. Ooh.
Yo, I hid
Yeah.
in a bush for an hour to catch you guys passionately kissing next to a pond. Got you. They're like, it's a nice video. Can we have that?
It was
Actually,
amazing, dude. It was the magic hour. Sun was just going down. You guys look great.
that's a prickly bush. Yeah, it's fucking hurt, but I got you.
I kind of like this tension that's going on. So I'd say the dudes keep hammering this
Yeah,
dude.
literally
The other
lay
dude
into him.
keep denying it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're building some
Yeah.
electric energy in the squad, and it's keeping things interesting.
True.
So keep
For
hammering
sure.
this
Dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Snapchat finder guy, keep saying what up to the Snapchats and calling them out. Dude on the new, who's probably going to get married to this new girl that he's definitely dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep denying
He's
it.
literally
It's
in love.
excitement.
Yeah.
What up, Adonises of advice? You might remember me as the self-interested douche who wrote in a couple months back about wanting to lay pipe in his best friend's sister. A lot has changed since then, and I need your advice more than ever. Whilst my lingo was undoubtedly fire in that quest, your critical response opened up a new level of introspect within me that I had never been explored and made me realize that my attention-seeking attitude was at the core of my problems. Since your response, I completely changed my outlook, making it my goal to treat this girl, still my friend's sister, like how I imagined Strider treated his GF after the purchase of their dank credenza.
Thank you.
Morris affection. I was seeing this girl for around 2 months and things were progressing beautifully. I was beginning to really fall for her and we opened up about our emotions like JT does after an introspective rip of the devil's lettuce. However, after acting a bit off for a few days, she recently revealed to me that despite previously believing otherwise, she wasn't ready for a relationship and that although I had done nothing wrong and that she still loved me as a person, she couldn't be there for me as a partner at this time. Dudes, I was crushed. Neither of us have ever been in a relationship before, and I'd put a lot on the line for her to make it work, including postponing my friendship with her brother and becoming genuinely emotionally vulnerable for the first time in my life. Since that revelation, I've lost all my flow and my stoke is at an all-time low. Is there anything I can do to make her feel ready to be in a relationship with me, as this is still what I want and something she implied may occur in the future? If not, how should I approach these next few trying months? Any advice would be greatly appreciated, as your wise opinions mean a lot to me. Sorry for the stoke reduced dudes. Dude,
Great articulate.
you gotta
You're the
see
most
the movie
articulate
All the Real
fans.
Girls.
That was amazing, dude.
All the Real Girls, David Gordon
Dude.
Green movie. It's about
Oh,
a town
yeah.
Lothario who falls for his friend's sister and the complications that come with that. And then what he realizes is he did like the friend's sister, but it was more about the change that she represented in him that he was into. And he kind of put her in a pedestal and she ends up going off with another dude. And he has to realize that this person that he made his salvation is a person, not necessarily there for his salvation.
Yeah.
But in the end, he takes that good energy that he brought into the relationship and applies it to his life. And he's open for the next thing, and he's different than how he was before.
Yeah, dude, I would be stoked on the fact that you put yourself out there.
Yeah, good for you.
You
Yeah.
laid your vulnerability out there for everyone to see, for this lady to see, and you showed your true romantic side. So I'd be stoked on that. Don't get down on yourself. You know, you put yourself out there, and that's life, baby. You're gonna keep moving forward. You're gonna become stronger after this. And I don't think, you know, maybe I'd give her some space at this moment. You know, let her
For
sort of
sure.
decide what her
Yeah.
feelings are.
Kid Chumbawamba.
Yeah, listen
Ooh,
to
great
Chumbawamba on
song, dude.
repeat.
Yeah,
You get
dude.
knocked down, but they got up again.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I was just like, maybe just listen to Chumbawamba, but then the
Yeah.
lyrics are fire on
The
top of that.
lyrics are
For sure,
hella
dude.
fire. Know what? In those situations, all you can do. My friend gave me the best advice for, and I don't know. Maybe she's into you. She's kind of feels weird with the whole brother thing, you know. But just keep living your life. Don't let her see you affected. Just keep going doing dope shit, post cool things with your friends. You know, live your life, and then, you know, she'll come around. And if not, you're gonna meet a badass chick in the meantime while you're just fucking stoking out with your boys,
For sure.
getting ripped. You sound pretty young though, so I don't know if you're getting ripped. But
Dude, he's pretty young. And who knows, dude, maybe, 20 years from now, dude, everyone's gonna be boning robots, dude. So maybe you got one of those bone robots coming your way, dude. And dude, fired up on you for the growth that you've displayed here,
That is
dude.
balls.
And, that's what I like to see. Dude.
I love doing that. That's like the fun part about being single, when you have to take that leap where you're like, fuck, dude, this is either gonna go great or suck. And we've all had this suck situations, but there's nothing more like fucking pumped up when you write that text like, yo, fuck your brother, I love you, and then you put the phone down and you walk away, and then you look at that phone, you're like, there's big news on this phone
Dude,
right now,
I know.
and I have no idea what's gonna happen.
I miss that. Sometimes I'm too
It's
attached
awesome.
to that hanging in the balance moment. Like with my GF now, like when we first got together, I was really nervous to have sex with her. And then so I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a Cialis, so I'll be good at it. But if I take a Cialis, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack, so it really scares me. So I was like, I'm not gonna take a Cialis. So we were at her house, and I was like, I'm just gonna chill, and I'm just gonna be myself, and I'll be vulnerable, and whatever happens,
That's
sex is
what's
what
up.
happens. And then I was like, but I really don't want to have sex. I'm so scared. And I got so scared, I took a Cialis. And when I came out of the bathroom, she was like, JT, can I tell you something? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I really like you, but I want to wait before we have sex. And I was like, oh, thank God. I ran in the bathroom and I boked out to Cialis.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So you had a fucking boner the whole night?
No, I not boked it out, threw it up. And then I just brushed my teeth a lot.
Did
And
she hear this?
I told her later.
Oh, yeah.
No, she didn't know I boked. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, she didn't hear you both?
No. And then it was like, there was that moment where I was so scared. And then she literally told me what I needed to hear. Yeah.
Crazy.
She's like,
Dude,
I
that's
really
the
like
best,
you.
dude.
And you're like, oh, for sure. And you just gonna throw up. And
Chill,
chill,
like,
chill.
oh.
I think I have to piss more.
Yeah.
But good for you getting that out of your system, dude. I love that, dude. That's a nice, beautiful relationship.
I wonder if he
dude.
misses, like, if he regrets not being friends with the brother anymore, or whatever. They'll probably come back around.
I don't think I actually boked out the Cialis. I think it stayed in my system.
I know you. You had a boner for like 5 days.
I
know.
Dude, you're very good in analyzing. But last question. What up, Stokers? Just wanted to start by saying I love the pod and it had me in a super dope place since I started listening to it a few months ago. Anyways, let me outline the current situation I'm in. I was vibing with this chick for a while, but she still had a BF. We had shared many borderline romantic moments, which I would say were pretty tight. Last night, she broke up with her former BF, and I told her to pull up to the function. She was hesitant to come chill because she straight up wasn't having the best night in relation to the breakup. I was adamant, though, that she comes, and eventually she agreed. Out of my excitement, I drank too much, way too fast, which resulted in me being a total tool. When she came, I was incoherent and hardly even spoke to her. I'm concerned I blew my chances with her because I wasn't there for her the way I should have been at an important time. I really like her and want to redeem myself from the other night. What's the best course of action to show her I'm the sort of guy who's just drunken and dastardly on a regular basis? I think this is finally my chance to show this wonderful lady how much I like her, but I gotta know what your guys' take on the situation is. Any advice is appreciated. Love you guys. Keep up the dope work on the pod.
Wait, I kind of missed. So he got drunk.
So she broke up with her boyfriend. He's like, hey, you need to come chill now, and like was like very persuasive about it. And then she came over and he was super hammered. It's too much. You got to relax a
Too
little
aggro.
bit. Yeah, it's too aggro. Like you need it too much right now. And then you're like, I need to tell her everything, and so I can tell it better. I'm gonna be fucking hammered and like.
No.
You gotta show your mature side now. You
Yeah,
gotta
dude.
show that you are a changed man. Like one time in college, there was this white buffalo that I finally asked out on a date.
Hell yeah.
And I got so nervous I played beer die for like 5 hours before the date.
We've all done it.
Then we went to go see Snow White and the Huntsman or whatever
Oh yeah.
with Charlize Theron, who
Yeah.
was
So hot.
up so fire in that movie.
She can kill me.
And
in real life.
I had my buddy Mason chaperone, and she was not pleased.
Yeah.
And,
You had your boy come?
He drove because I couldn't drive.
Oh, I thought you like we went with you.
Yeah, and no, I was like, this is gonna be, in my mind. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. She's gonna love it. I got my boy Mason, and it's gonna be so impressive to her. And she's like, who the fuck is?
Yeah, did you
He's
show
like-
up on a
he's
date? You're like,
and
what?
He's smoking a blunt. He's like, what up?
Bring my boy with me. My dude.
And I never got a second chance because but not because she didn't give it. She gave me a second chance, but I was still just too drunk to accept the challenge. So, or accept the challenge.
Set
I don't
it
know,
up
accept the
sober.
relation. So,
Yeah, dude.
you know, all you gotta do is just show her that you're a changed man and you're good.
Just be chill, dude.
But you might be able to be like, listen, I was so excited you broke up with your boyfriend. I housed
You have
12
one.
beers.
You have
Yeah.
one of those.
Like, I know you're really sad about it, and I appreciate that, and I feel terrible
was
that you're having to go
celebrating.
through this tough time. But there's a part of me that's stoked because I really am excited about our future prospects, and when I get excited,
Say
I house
those-
12 beers, but I'm gonna half that next time and just have 6.
Dude, write that down and then say that to her midday when you're sober. Dude, I was just pumped. You guys broke up. Fuck that dude. He's abusive. Just throw some insults
Yes.
at that guy.
Yes.
He's a piece of shit. I saw him yell at you once. It's not chill. Anyways, had a couple drinks, got carried away, didn't have dinner. You know how that works.
All right, let's do it, dudes. It's time for the weeks.
All
Chad, what is your beef of the week?
So
Did you do these?
my beef of the week is with Billy McFarland, who
Nice,
started
dude.
Fire Festival, and I just
Billy.
learned about his
Chode.
his deception and fraudulent activities, and I just gotta say, not chill.
That's a fucking.
Not chill, Billy. I know you think you're trying to be sick by throwing a sick rager in the Bahamas, but not actually owning up to it or living up to it and giving people hurricane tents. And it's not chill because you promised people a rager, Billy. You cannot promise people the rager of their lives, co-produced by Ja Rule, and then not deliver, Billy. All right?
You tarnished Ja's name.
You tarnished Ja. You promised Major Lazer. You promised Kendall Jenner. You promised yachts. You promised villas. And you promised, most of all, good times. And you know what you brought? Bad times, Billy. Bad. So I'm going to say not chill.
He catfished the fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty hilarious when you put it like that. But not chill, Billy. Not chill. Suck it. Suck it.
Chymbor, who's your beef of the week?
I was just watching this Jim from The Office. He's a fucking snake. He stole Pam from the boyfriend.
From Roy.
Dude, Roy is a goddamn factory guy working in non-air conditioned facility, busting his dick with the crew while Jim's up there schmoozing, being a little fucking weasel piece of shit.
Playing snarky
Dude, he's
fun boy.
Dude, Jim should have got blasted the first time the boyfriend came in there and he's leaned over that front desk. He has no business talking to the receptionist. Get the fuck to work, sell your paper, stop flirting with a girl with a man. That's bullshit. This poor guy is just breaking his back, and then Jim is just trashing him. He just wants a wife out of Pam, and you're like the Ray Kroc of The Office, you fucking snake bitch.
Oh, dude, good ref, dude. To the founder.
Dude, founder, fuck Ray Kroc, fuck McDonald's. Fuck Jim from The Office.
thieves.
Dude, Jim is just a bitch, bro. And when people defend him, like he's going after what he wants, I go, what? He just stole. He made the boyfriend look bad. This guy's tired at work. Jim's fucking whispering in Pam's ear, he should treat you good. He should, all this stuff. And then the boyfriend comes home. He's like, I just want to sit down. She goes, Jim would probably take me out to like a poetry slam right now. And he's like, can I just go to bed? I just lifted 4 tons of paper that your man ain't selling up there. And I don't like that shit.
Right, and then I think when you rewatch the show, you're kind of struck by how Jim is kind of like,
He's a weasel, bro.
and he's kind of making fun of everybody who's like,
Dude, he's the worst
like
character.
Dwight cares, and then Jim's like, you care, yeah.
Thank you.
He's judgy.
He's judgy. He that's the guy.
He thinks he's better than everybody.
That's the guy when he's with the boys and they're talking about the boys who have like girlfriends. They're all talking about things you can't tell your girlfriend. He's fucking like writing that shit, recording them, and they go when they're all hanging out. Oh, remember when you said this? And presses play and gets everyone in trouble.
right.
Dude, she be like, Pam, why'd you choose Jim? He's really good at smirking and judging.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I feel bad because going back to the
He's a
construction thing,
smirker.
I can relate to the dudes putting in the elbow grease downstairs, and then this poor guy comes upstairs and she's like mad at him because of some like shit Jim probably made up. I don't know. That just pissed me off. Any dude who like is scheming on a girl with a boyfriend, you are entitled to get blasted in the face. That's just my take.
But what if Jim and Pam were meant to be together?
That is such bullshit. No, if as a dude, respect that she has a man. You just wanted her because she couldn't. She was out of.
Oh, so you think if she was single, Jim wouldn't even have
Fuck
been into
no.
it?
This dude was at that receptionist desk probably 5 times. I know guys like that. They're not working. No. That shit pisses me off.
Fresh take. It's a fresh take.
He's a piece of
Respect
shit.
it, dude.
Strider, who's your beef of the week? Is it with Roy from The Office?
Don't you
Dude,
dare.
fucking Roy, dude. Honestly, he's trying to get in the way of love, dude. Chill, dude. Just let it go, dude. You have
Oh,
something written. You
fucking-
just didn't cherish it right. You didn't respect her the way you should have.
You got
dude. I
set
don't know.
up.
Dude, I got to go with and I don't know his name, but the commander who didn't listen to the intelligence officer at Pearl Harbor, dude, which led to the Battle of Midway later on, which was a dank movie that I saw yesterday. By the way, dude, give it up for the friggin' veterans, dude. Haven't given up for the veterans yet.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Happy Veterans Day. What up, veterans?
Yeah, happy Veterans Day.
Hell yeah.
So I went and saw that, dude, with my bro last night, dude. Dank movie, Arclight. And yeah, dude, this commander, dude, although he did say, he goes, make sure you do a better job, dude, of convincing the man who's going to take my position of listening to you. admitting his own faults, dude. Because he warned him, dude. He's like, look, we don't know where the Japanese fleet's at. We lost track of it. We need to be making preparations. Like, and the commander's like, dude, no, it's fine. It's a Sunday. We're chilling. It's the weekends. Like, guys aren't leaving. And the intelligence guy's like, dude, I don't know. We should at least get our, I don't know what they would do to make operations. And we got lucky, dude. We got lucky on Pearl Harbor. That freaking, obviously a huge tragedy, but like, dude, freaking some major targets didn't get hit. Like, they missed oil refineries. And just by chance, the aircraft carriers, which are the most valuable Navy vessels, dude, were out of the harbor. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
He didn't want to get big league by that dude. He wanted to be flexing on him and calling all the shots, and he just couldn't,
Exactly.
He couldn't take the equalness. He's like, no, I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. Didn't want to break the mental sweat of a new like code breaking tactic that he'd been using in his, so it's just unchill, dude.
So I left the architecture firm.
Yeah.
I tried warning them a few times. And they go, step down. I'm like, all right, buddy.
Yeah, when people
Swag,
don't
dude.
heed your intelligent advice, it
Because
can
they
be very
feel
frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
Because they think that you're fixed into the position that they think of you in.
Yeah, dude. Maybe my beef isn't so much with that guy because he's human error, but maybe my beef is just in the flaw of like, the rankings of military rankings and the ego involved in it and the limitations that our human nature make us do, making decisions based on ego rather than what's best for all.
For sure.
Take everyone's opinion into account.
I love that. My beef of the week is with my lack of financial jargon.
Ooh, it's on you.
It was my brother's birthday on Saturday, and all the family was in town, and all my boys were there, and it was like my dad was there, and he was partying pretty hard. My brother might have given him a little dust from the Molly, and it was pretty funny because it just got my dad more amped on talking about finance and real estate, and he was really squared off with my buddy Ross and Joe, and they were like, yeah, the mezza on the new deal is 6% once you get the rebate, and then you flip it into the next year's quarter earnings, and then the interest rates are going to jump by double, and then you're going to have a 55% payout. And I was like, it was just all Greek to me, and I really wanted to jump in and be like, hey, I love all you guys. I'd love to participate. But I didn't have the financial
That's
know-how,
tough.
so I had to just sit on the sidelines. And I got to say, I love what they're talking about. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but it gets me amped. These are movers and shakers who really love to move and shake,
Love
and
it.
they're having a nice time connecting. And I could see, I was like, my dad's known Ross since Ross was a little kid. He's known Joe since he was a little kid. Now they've grown into these, men
Dude,
who
these
know how
dudes.
who know how to talk about business. And my dad's like super like kind of cocky, and he's like, well, a deal like that, you probably want to refinance before the second quarter. And then they all laugh. And I'm
Drop
like,
the bomb, the
I'm like-
punchline.
I'm like, and I can't even laugh right because I don't even
tough.
know where the punchlines are.
Dude, I mean, from what I was able to glean, it sounds like they were talking commercial rather than private sector. But dude, honestly, what you got to focus on is this, dude. You got to be fired up about that. You had a chance because you're the most fucking legit legend that I know, dude, and a great reader and a master
listening.
of jargon in all other formats. You got a chance for a second to taste the schmollness. And dude, now you have walked a mile in a schmoll's shoes, dude. So it makes you that much more empathetic, that much more human, dude.
Yeah, and dude, it was chill. It was super chill. And I'm just gonna go home and like just bang out a book on it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You heard the pros. Now you can start to, reverse engineer that conversation and be like, okay. And then you're going to come drop some goddamn refinance, equity bomb on your dad and his friends and your friends. And they're like, John fucking sticks
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna have like a fucking Uzi of jargon.
Dude,
just
you need to
rip
come-
in with
dude.
40 rounds.
You need to just
banana clip.
Dude, just plagiarize Warren Buffett for like a paragraph.
Dude, you're gonna freaking 1030 done exchange them, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
You should memorize a monologue filled with jargon.
Just like
Yeah,
the
from
most,
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yes.
Just
Bust it
always
out.
be closing.
and start laughing
Coffees for closers.
and laugh at parts, and then they're confused, and you go,
These are the leads.
Yes, exactly, dude.
These are the Glengarry Glen Ross leads.
I need the
then-
good leads.
Or you just go, really? Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit of
Really?
system. Dad, are you sure about that? Because it sounds a little risky.
nice.
Or you go,
Make them question
or
their
you even ask this, dude. Always just 10 years ago, would you have done the same thing? Just always jump
Yeah,
decades, dude.
dude, I like
10
that.
years from now, That's
I
what's
see the
up.
market changing.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Nice, guys. Sounds like you're in the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just raising
concur.
stoke. Financial
I-
stoke.
I think once we get that where you're talking about, we're going to be in the kill zone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
We'll be straight bullish in the market.
I see where you're coming from.
Bullish.
And then, dude, if that all fails, you just hit him with a nice "shut the fuck up."
Hey, shut the fuck up! You're way off. You're way off. You're cocky, and you're gonna get us burnt.
Yeah. This is your retirement you're talking about.
You want to play fast and loose with my cash? You better button it up, motherfucker. Okay? Because I'm not ending up with my ass in the sun because you didn't know how to play the game.
Oh, dude, I'd be so
Dude,
fired
I would
up if
believe
I
that.
saw that, dude.
I'd believe that.
Is that from a
That was
movie?
fucking
Or you just,
nuts.
that's come out of your dome?
I was just ripping.
That was
You
for
already
real.
know the jargon.
That's right.
that
It's
was
just
fire,
already know
dude.
the
It's just
jargon.
attitude.
You sounded like a friggin' mortgage guy or
It's
something.
an attitude.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
dude, honestly, can I buy? I want to buy something from you right now.
I got something
dude.
for you.
Yeah, dude. What do you
want
got?
me to turn your life around? You want me to change your life?
Yes.
Then sign on the dotted line. Because my friend, I only do deals that are nuts to bolts, ready to go, and this is that deal. Please.
What are you
sign.
selling?
I should
I don't
consult
know.
my GF about this, but she's gonna love it.
JT
Boom.
asks
Sign.
that you never judge him on his winners, but you judge him on his losers.
Judge me only on my
because he
losers.
has so few.
I love that.
Dude, that's deep.
It's from Wolf of Wall Street.
That is the best
That is
movie I've
beautiful.
heard.
He's like, wait, what is it? He's like, these penny stocks, they're it's guaranteeing a huge profit margin that could go upwards of 60,000%.
Oh,
It's awesome.
Well, my wife might divorce me, but hell, put me down for 10,000 shares.
He's like, I got this deal coming in. No one's heard of it yet. It's gonna be big.
Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My baby of the week is Minnie Mouse.
Let's go, baby.
Minnie Mouse,
Ooh.
so cute, dude. I saw her at Disneyland this weekend. So freaking cute, you know. And I think she gets overlooked a lot, you know. Mickey takes the spotlight, and he just, you know, he's like on the Ferris wheel. He's, you know, has a freaking steamboat named Willie, and everyone's like, Mickey's what's up, dude? Mickey's the shit, dude. Mickey's the shit. I'm like, dude, Minnie is holding it down, staying cute, just freaking. She is the straw that stirs the drink, dude, you know. Mickey, and I think, you know, I can't go into much more detail because I don't know really what's going on at home with them. But I just got to say, Minnie Mouse, what up? I respect what you do. I respect that you're there for Mickey in tough times. And I respect that you really hold it down at the park and you show people the definition of cute.
beast.
And thank you for giving me some love while I ate some Mickey waffles.
Nice, dude. I love that you got the breakfast.
Oh, hell yeah,
That's so
dude.
nice.
You gotta get
Yeah.
Mickey waffles. Sorry, I ate carbs, but yeah, that's
I
what's
mean,
up.
dude, you know, when in Rome, dude, you're in Disneyland, dude. You know, sometimes rules are meant to be broken, dude. You know,
Yeah.
every once in a while, dude. You know,
Yeah.
treat
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey's hot. I mean, Minnie. Oh, God.
They're both hot,
It's all
dude.
good, dude.
They're good. They're the same.
Shit,
They're
dude.
mice.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, every time I see either one of them, you see that they have this aura, and you're like, you are charming.
Yep.
Here's a fun time.
Maddie, who's your babe of the week?
Dude, Jennifer Lawrence in Passengers.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
For over... Oh, fuck you fucking motherfucker. Can I ruin it?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Her and... What's that dude's name?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
This is the one in space.
Yep.
They're in
They're
I spit everywhere else.
yeah.
So this is the one in space.
That's the ones fucking up top, up there.
They in that dark
Yeah.
area above
Yeah.
us, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
zero gravity?
The
I
great
know that.
unknown. Go ahead.
What are they being all cosmic and shit?
They think they're better than me, huh? Because they can see me and I can't see them.
Oh, he's like the Jim of the space. Big
Yeah.
weasel.
Yeah, this is about Chris
Uh-huh.
Pratt.
Just love it back around.
Fucking weasel.
That fucking guy.
The space mechanic who put her into the cryogenic freezing
Absolute
expected her to be
trash.
there.
Lying about the Ryan's belt, some constellation bullshit. Next thing you know, he's putting a little fucking shit in her drink. And
You got a one-way
Passenger.
ticket to an ass whooping, dude.
The pilot was given an earnest effort, and he smirked at him, and then she bumped it.
she had a man, and he goes, on this trip. Okay, anyways. Basically, they're traveling to somewhere. Forget exactly the location, but they're in some cryogenic sleep. Long story short, some shit. They hit a rock on the way. Chris, what's his name again? Chris Pratt.
Deep space,
Deep
cryogenic.
space. They just fucking hit bump. They hit their Uber hit a person jaywalking.
They were on autopilot.
They hit an alien
Fucking
jaywalking.
The voice
Anyways,
came on, dude.
his bitch ass woke up and he started creeping on these faces. Saw her, woke her up. Lied, said it like I'm bitching about him. I'll get back to her. Lied and said like, hey, you woke up too. This is crazy because he fell in love with her. He read her bio and all this stuff. Super hot. And then they kind of fell in love. And then long story short, I don't know how it got out that he woke her up and she went away from him. And she was such a chill girl. She overlooked the flaws, understood that he just really liked her, and kind of took, they mended and had the rest of the trip to this far off planet just loving each other. So she overlooked a huge thing, but I think she kind of saw him for who he was and that he's a good guy, and he was just alone and sad and shit. So maybe Amanda, you can do the same for me. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, I was about to say, all of your beef and your babe have such deep subtext. They feel like they're both rooted in personal experience. Yeah.
Where is she? Just look deep into
I
the
love
camera.
that. Dude, that's what it's all about, dude. Fucking honesty, braveness, and straight up metaphor, dude. That's
And Jennifer
what I appreciate
Lawrence
what you did.
is bad as fuck.
For sure.
Yeah, she brings it, dude.
Strider, who's your babe of the week?
Oh, dude, my baby week's gotta be my GF, dude. Just straight up freaking, dude. We just got these dank new frames, dude. For we were at this like show when we met, and she freaking framed it, dude. Got a frame of like the poster of it, dude.
That's awesome.
And just straight up out of nowhere, dude. And I'm like, this is dank, dude. I'm like, where do we get to hang this? And she's like, well, we might do a gallery wall, dude. So we'll see. So right now it's just posting up on my desk area, dude. And we might do a little gallery wall because we tried to mount our TV, dude. It was unsuccessful, dude. We've got weird walls. I think I've talked about this, but like our walls are just dust, and so we've got to cover up the holes we drilled, and we're being proactive about it. And we're creating a dank little gallery wall above the credenza, behind the TV. So it's just going to be a straight up zone of stoke, dude. So fired up on that.
That's awesome.
Love a good
I love
frame,
it.
dude. Just it takes that moment, like I care, and I'm gonna frame
Dude,
this.
That's what it's about, is the care.
It
Dude.
is, dude. That's the thing. Did you have a picture of you and a bro? There's so many on Facebook, dude. But dude, if you're looking for a gift
Print
to give your
that
bro,
shit.
print it, frame it, give
Dude.
it. Done.
Nice, dude.
Great gift.
Should frame a picture of us.
Let's do that. We have a
Dude,
good picture of
I'm
us
down.
and Jake's from years
I
ago.
still have that.
You do?
It's at my
It's a good
apartment.
photo,
I
yeah.
love that picture.
That's
I'm
my-
down to get
that's-
you a picture of you dudes framed. I thought you meant all of us right now take a picture, but then you guys talked. I'm like, I'm down, dude. I'm down for fucking
What's
to watch
wrong
you
with-
guys do that.
You want to frame the photo of us, put it up at your place.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not in it. Yeah.
He's like,
Just
I care
whatever.
about this picture.
Yeah,
though.
dude, that was Strider had a good joke in my child home, like the house I grew up in. He put a picture of himself just amongst many pictures of my family, and it took us years to discover.
That's
yeah.
great.
They had,
That's-
they had like this like wall of just like tons of different frames, friends, family,
fucking
from everywhere.
so funny.
And I didn't say anything. I just put it there one day, dude.
It's very clever.
That's my Christmas present. I get people a framed photo of me in a cowboy hat.
That's incredible.
Oh, dude.
I did that at a place I worked at. I gave the
Yeah.
boss a framed photo of me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need one of those, dude.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna
Dude,
need.
I will
we
put
need
that
to
on
do
my
that.
desk.
Hell
Yeah, that'll make me feel.
Oh, dude, I will go
Hell
on my
yeah.
desk area for sure.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Wall of dogs.
Maybe
Hell yeah.
I'll talk to my GF about getting on the gallery wall, but maybe
Yeah,
selfishly.
look,
gifts on
feel
my-
it out with her. No pressure on my end.
People don't
you
do-
know.
people don't
I'd
do
love
that
to see
anymore.
it, but just see what she has to say. about
Thank
it.
you, dude.
You don't see that in people's houses. Just walls of pictures of people.
I know.
Not
Oh,
as
Like
much.
really,
families,
only
but
grandmas,
like
dude.
you don't see like when I come out. If I get a house here, I want to have a wall and be like, this is my wall of fucking bros and chicks and
Oh.
squad just
I love
moments
that.
captured.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
This guy, this Miami Playboy we talked about a couple weeks ago, Anwar, he said that what makes a house a home is the memories that fill it. And
Dude.
you get that best.
Anwar, dude.
Yeah.
Great quote by Anwar, dude.
Yeah, he had some moments of
Anwar
clarity.
bringing the
Did
heat.
you know that he knocked out a horse too?
Anwar knocked out a
Whoa,
horse.
Yeah.
with his elbow.
He tells his stories. I mean,
His
horse.
fist.
It had two big balls and it was hitting a 17-year-old kid. And the horse was out of control, so I punched it and knocked it unconscious.
Okay, Anwar.
Whoa, horse may have been 18 hands, but it's one fucking fist, dude.
Yeah.
Done.
Dude.
He was like, this kid, he was not even that small. He was like 6'2", but the horse was clawing at him, and so I knocked him out.
I knocked the horse out. You never see the story going there. But then at the end, you're like, I always saw it going there. Yeah.
There's a
always
petting
good.
zoo and he's just petting the pony and this guy just cracked it.
Yeah.
I always answer the same question. I am Miami.
That's a good Anwar. That's a very good Anwar.
I mean,
That's amazing.
was he on the podcast or is it a clip?
No, it's like a Vice clip that you can watch. It's got a bunch of views.
I am Miami.
I am Miami.
I am the city.
He is.
I am the city.
It's amazing.
Hey, dude, you can try to make me out to be like a playboy or something. I only sleep with one lady at a time. So yeah, I got this shower that fits 10 ladies for one shower at a time. And I got this jacuzzi that seats 5 people at the same time.
People ask me, wow, that is 10 ladies. How can you do that? I only have one dong to put in the lady at a time. So there are 10 ladies present, but one lady is getting bumped at one time. I'm saying, you fall off the horse, get back on the horse. Knock out a horse, go have sex with a woman. That is what you do. That is how it is.
All right, my baby of the week is my brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
dude.
it's his
Nice.
birthday.
Hey.
He's a beast.
Love him.
Yeah.
What I like most about him is he's just a great hang. He's
cute.
Yeah, he's very cute, very funny, very smart, and just always good to be around. He's got a great energy and he's got a positive outlook on life, and it's a good influence for me. And then also he's very honorable. I've talked about it on here before. When we were kids, I used to try to cheat during Monopoly when we were on the same team. He'd go, I don't want to win like that. And I'm like, God damn it. And then so I'd have to play straight. And then invariably, I think it would actually help him. He'd win more because he knew in his heart that he deserved it more. And then he also could be like honorable in the other direction where like when he was playing handball against one of his friends sucked, but he would never go easy on him. He just beat him 11-0 every
like that.
time.
I like that.
And he was like, no, it's good for him. I'm just teaching him how to play. And then would literally just smoke him 11-0 every single time. And yeah, it's just an honor to be his brother, and it was an honor to spend your birthday with you. And then also my mom said some good stuff about him where she talked about how he's like the nicest guy in the world, but when he gets mad, it is the scariest thing in the world because you know he means it and he can bring the thunder. And yeah, he speaks softly, but he carries a big stick. And yeah, I love you, dude. You're a great guy. I'm really proud of you. And
Good jargon.
and he threw a great party too. It was
awesome.
a really nice shindig.
Oh, it was
and it
nice,
spoke to
dude.
how loved you are. And yeah, I'm just glad you're my bro.
I like how the financial jargon started at the game of Monopoly where you didn't care about it, and like that's where you guys went separate ways.
Right. Chad, who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is Walt Disney.
Nice, dude.
I mean, dude, talk about vision, following through, utilizing your imagination, and just creating an epic studio as well as epic lands that span across California to Florida to Paris to Tokyo. I'm talking about Disneylands. But I just think, he's awesome. He just created this world. And I just love going to Disneyland so much because it's just like the rides may not thrill me as much as they used to, but it's just a vibe. My voice is cracked. It's just
Let
a
it go.
vibe, It's just there's so much detail. There's so much effort that goes into this one place. It's immaculate. You spill some popcorn, 2 seconds later, someone's there to clean it up. Like it is a well-oiled machine. And then like yeah, it's just like there's so much creativity going on. You can just really feel the vibe. So
It's an
and you
empire.
can feel his spirit of creativity when you're there. So I just want to say you're a legend. Thank you for making Disneyland. You gave me many great memories as a kid, and they continue to this day.
Nice.
That's great,
yeah.
dude. Disney.
Maddie, what's your legend?
Well, mine's
of the
not
week?
deep at all. It's you ever watch a porn and the guy's hooking up with a girl? It's the legend's the guy who doesn't make noise.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Dude.
I like when the guys talk.
No,
Sorry.
the that's the star.
Not to be a naysayer. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the star. The guy who's like, and you're like, I can't even hear her. I don't like that. The legend is the guy who can be a professional. He's getting rode. He's getting worked, and he's just biting his tongue because he knows it's for the viewer. That's a legend right there.
That's a pro.
He's in the peak of ecstasy, getting domed up.
But I think the girl's more into it if the guy is communicating with them.
No, I don't need that. I don't need I don't need to hear him going, oh fuck.
I think these are different products that you're talking about. Sometimes you want to watch like a lovemaking scene, maybe a little
You
dirty
like
talk,
raw.
something different. Little
you like
getting after it.
ambient noise. I go for one thing. I don't need. Yeah, just I think the guy who's just biting his tongue. He goes, you know what? Some people don't want to hear me, and I can do that. That's a
what's
legend.
up.
That's a legend.
That's a good legend.
Love that professionalism.
Strider, what's your legend? Who's your legend of the week?
Dude, my freaking legend of the week, dude, is got to be, and we've been doing it a lot on the pod right now, dude, and because we had our New York trip, dude. But just straight up talking like New Yorkers, dude, like the New York talk and accent and energy that comes along with it. Like JT and I crushed MoMA, dude, but the whole time we're walking there, dude, we're just like, dude, we got to go up. We got to make a left
We
on
gotta go to the
Madison.
MoMA.
Let's do this. We're going to MoMA. How do I get
Because
there?
I'm going to take you to my museum. That's the MoMA.
And it's the best, dude. Just talking in that accent is so much
Are you ready to see
fun,
him
dude.
Magritte? Because he's playful.
I like him
He's
agree.
gently playful. It's absurdity, but it's not over the top.
Is he gonna mess around with my perspective right now?
Yeah, he's going to play
because
with
I
it
got a
little bit.
perspective.
He's going to jostle you a little bit.
Okay. As long as he lets me know.
What'd you think about the Picassos?
Beautiful.
You like that? You like the La Vignon de Marsales?
Beautiful.
25 years old when he did that.
You kidding me?
25 years old.
Kid?
Kid, prodigy.
Kid did that? Kid?
Kid did that.
Jesus, kids these days sticking around jacking off, vaping.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, these guys making paintings.
He's painting.
Beautiful.
And you can do that.
Beautiful.
You can jack off and vape. But then do a little cubist painting
I
on the
love
side.
that. Also, you know
Yeah.
what I love? You know what I love? It's a bargain. You go to MoMA, $25 ticket. You get to watch and you get to see Picasso. You get to see Magritte. You get to see Cezanne. You get to see friggin' Frank Lloyd Wright. All this good shit.
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock, drip painting, freaking composing these pieces. Good shit.
Rothko.
$25. You know what else costs $25? Fucking go and see The Hobbit in 3D. Boom, take that, Aaron Zing.
That's true.
Boom.
Coming
That's
at you,
true.
baby. Coming
That's
at you,
true.
baby. Hot down the pipe, baby.
Suck it, Aaron.
Boom.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Momo
Not really.
with a nice slice of pie.
Oh, baby, a nice slice of pie.
Aaron, who's your favorite painter?
I'm an impressionistic guy, so I guess that would be
Is that Monet?
yeah, it might be Monet.
Monet.
Or is it
There's
Monet?
both, dude.
Nah,
That's
it's-
what I was thinking. I'm like, same
Who
thing.
is it?
I think it'd be Monet. Maybe some Van Gogh.
Oh.
Van Gogh's
dude.
dope.
Yeah.
Sorry
Van
Night
Gogh's
gets me
definitely
going.
expressionist.
It was there. We saw the Starry Night.
You did?
Yeah, it's there.
No,
Dude, the
you're
MoMA's
impressionist.
stacked.
Van Gogh's expression.
Yeah.
I went to the Broad recently. It was pretty tight.
The Broad's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty quick, but it's tight.
Yeah, I've heard that family too is like has some nasty business practices, but all they're going to be remembered for is that nice museum.
Dude.
Yeah. That's called a rebrand.
It's real
For the
very
Broad.
I don't care what's happening behind the scenes. Give me the good stuff. I'll forget about it. Otherwise, keep your little horse punching business out of my view of your Picasso.
Dude, my GF used to work at the Broad, and there was a donor, this wealthy lady, I think passed away, but anyway, she wanted all of her art. There's a Broad Theater in Santa Monica, put in the women's restroom in Santa Monica, so it was just nicer in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, she had like some nice paintings. And she's like,
Flex.
it's amazing in there. Like donated money just for that nice space.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeah.
nice way to go to the bathroom. My legend of the week is borrowed or stolen from our friend Bree. She talked about this lady today when we were doing a questionnaire at the office. It was an icebreaker game, and we talked about who our heroes were.
Ooh.
And Bree mentioned Wangari Maathai, whose name I'm for sure saying wrong. She's a Kenyan environmentalist who began a movement to reforest her country by paying poor women a few shillings to plant trees, and she went on to become the first African-American woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize. She died in 2011. But dude,
What a beast.
lived a hell of a life.
legend.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
awesome.
Yeah, reforested her country.
Hell
That's what's
yes.
up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Reforest.
fucking do something.
Plant some ants.
I am fired the fuck up, dude. But
You know
not
who else is
forest fire
fired
the
up?
fuck up.
Mother Earth.
Yes.
Mother Gaia.
Yes.
She's like, dude, thank you so much for planting these trees, dude.
Oh, dude, that's nice. That feels good when you plant those trees on my back.
Oh,
you just
dude.
put blow in the soil.
You put a
It's
little tree
gonna
down there,
blow.
dude?
You put metaphorical blow.
Chad,
Chickens do?
what is your quote of the
Pigs.
week?
My quote of the week comes from Ed Catmull, writer of Creativity Inc., which is he's the president of animation at Disney and started Pixar, among other people. He has a really super inspirational quote. He goes, "I, like many of you artists out there, constantly shift between two states. The first, and far more preferable of the two, is the white hot, in the zone, seat of the pants, firing on all cylinders creative mode. This is when you lay your pen down and ideas pour out like wine from a royal chalice. This happens about 3% of the time. The other 90% of the time, I am in the frustrated, struggling office corner full of crumpled up paper mode. The important thing is to slog diligently through this quagmire of discouragement and despair. Put on some audio commentary and listen to the stories of professionals who have been making films for decades, going through the sling and arrows of outrageous production problems. In a word, persist. Persist on telling your story. Persist on reaching your audience. Persist on staying true to your vision." He's a freaking legend. Thanks to the Stokers, CPM Catty. I think I got that, but he sent the quote to me.
Oh,
Because he's
nice.
like, dude, I read that book too. It's legit. So
Fire.
don't forget this quote. So
CP McCaddy.
I'm gonna look up his
What a
name. but
beast.
You guys can continue.
Maddie, what's your quote of the week?
I like things that are I just want to set it up.
Yeah.
I like things that are like provocative and invoke, you to kind of get up and do something, and big fan of I like grip it and rip it.
I love that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or I have two options because I couldn't pick one that I like. Grip it and rip it. You know, it's just like let's do it. Don't think. Kind of like the painter in construction. They don't have time to dwell. And then a classic just shit or get off the pot. It's just a good one of like kind of like instilling motivation in others. Like, okay, let's figure something out.
You like action.
I do like action. I don't like teetering. I don't with people, you work, you don't have time to like dwell and think on things. So shit or get off the pot, and then grip it and rip it.
Love it.
Great.
Strider, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week is from a dank movie I just watched on Netflix called The King with JT. I know you crushed, and I recommend it. It is dank.
Timothy Chalamet was phenomenal.
He's great in it, dude. He's great. I wish he was more jacked, dude.
But that's what I liked about him is he still pulled it off.
True. And anyway, dude, dank quote, dude, written by Joel Edgerton, who also has a dank role in that movie. Is it Egerton or Edgerton?
I think it's Edgerton.
Edgerton. Anyway, dude, he's got a dank quote where he says, "Kings have no friends, only followers and foes." And dude, the leader is a lonely position, dude. And I think have a little empathy for Henry V, dude. He's king, he's got it all, dude. But he's still a young guy making these decisions, and he's taking people's lives in his hands. Seems like he values them, and he doesn't want to live by the sins of his fathers. And so that fired me up, dude. So just dank.
You can sympathize with him in that.
Yeah,
totally.
It was a good line. That really hit. And Joel Edgerton wrote the script too, so he not only delivers the line, but he wrote.
It's like saying
line.
It's lonely at the top.
Yeah, Damocles sword, dude. It's hanging over their head, bro.
Yep.
All right, mine is from the movie Michael Clayton. It's brought to me by Robbie. Robbie's my buddy who just sends me a bunch of fire articles that we typically cover on the pod, and also always sends me good quotes about movies. The guy's just always firing on all cylinders. And we were talking about how good Tom Wilkinson is in this movie, and I think it's probably his best performance, although in the bedroom's pretty fire. So George Clooney, Michael Clayton, is trying to get Tom Wilkinson's character back on track because he's kind of lost his mind, and now he's got their lawsuit up in the air because he's turned against the company they're supposed to be representing. But Michael Clayton knows things that he wouldn't be able to know unless someone was bugging Tom Wilkinson's house. So Tom Wilkinson really turns on the big lawyer here. He goes, "Michael, I have great affection for you, and you live a very rich and interesting life. But you're a bag man, not an attorney. If your intention was to have me committed, you should have kept me in Wisconsin, where the arrest report, the videotape, eyewitness reports of my inappropriate behavior would have had jurisdictional relevance. I have no criminal record in the state of New York, and the single determining criterion for involuntary commitment is danger. Is the defendant a danger to himself or to others? You think you got the horses for that? Well, good luck and God bless. But I'll tell you this, the last place you want to see me is in court." And then Michael Clayton takes it all and goes, I'm not the enemy. And then Arthur says, "Then who are you?"
Oh, dang, dude.
S his D.
Fire movie.
Chad,
dude.
what is your phrase of the week for getting after it?
My phrase of the week for getting after it is I forgot to think of one. So mine is let's knock out a horse.
Let's go,
Nice,
baby.
nice.
Maddie, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
Get big or die trying.
Love that, dude.
Fire.
Strider.
Oh, this comes from Valet, dude. When it gets busy, it goes, we go, keys on the curb. Just means let's do this, dude.
Love
Fuck
it, dude.
yeah.
Mine is from some of the finance talk I heard my bros and my dad doing. It's EBITDA. Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. It is a measure of a company's operating performance. Let's go. EBITDA, baby.
Oh, I love Abita.
Let's Abita, baby.
Dude, that's the name of
Stacked cheese.
That'd be a sick nightclub in Vegas. Just Abita. You go there and close deals with just beats in the background.
I guess it was the
dude.
name of some guy's boat,
Dude.
and they were like, "What a douche!" His boat was named Abita. I was like, "That's douchey." They're like, "It's super douchey." I was like, "What a douche." Aaron, do you have anything of the week?
Let's be heroes. Go plant some trees.
Yeah, man.
and frame it.
Thank you, dude.
Nice, dude.
What a great way to end.
Fire, dude.
All right, fellas. Maddie, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
You're
for
the
stopping
best.
in.
Thanks,
Legend,
Stoke
dude.
Nation.
Thank you,
Appreciate
dude.
it. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it.
Where should they follow you at?
At Matty Chymbor. That's on all platforms. MattyChymBor. post a lot of my stand-up clips. I do my own podcast, Matty Chymbor podcast, and I try to post some tour dates. Once I get them, I'm kind of tied up in LA the rest of the year, but I'll start traveling next year, so you can check it out and come see me open for Drew, and I'm headlining Spokane Comedy Club in March, so just keep open for that.
And above all, you got a big hog.
Oh, nice, dude.
Dude, it is bulging right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
I took a Cialis and I didn't boke it.
Nice.
I think I just said I threw it up because it made the story better. I think in reality, I had a pretty hard
I would have taken another one and go.
medically induced boner.
I mean, dude, this is a little bit blue and crude, but we're at the end of the pod. But
So are Viagra pills.
doesn't dude, fire, dude. Doesn't a Cialis always make you throw up out of your dong?
Swag.
So,
All right, let's call it.
If you need advice, these guys